Good evening, everyone. Happy Friday, and welcome to a special episode of the G.B.T.C podcast. I'm Michael Arlee, also known as Kaya Mike, Night CGM and author of all things cyberpunk. And I've been allowed to do this intro by our gracious host, Dynamite here. So thank you for letting me do that. Here we've also got the amazing Snap. We've got the very amazing Mac, who I call my big brother.
Way down there.
And we have, I'd say, Vibe King or Tim. I don't know what you guys call him, but either way, his name is known in these streets.
Know what time it is.
Oh, man. All right.
It feels very odd to not roll dice. Okay, sorry.
Oh, man, that's awesome intro, man. And thank you, Mr. Lee, for gracing us with your presence once again. And as you see the topic today, ladies and gentlemen, one of our side episodes that we said that we was going to go ahead and dive into. So it's time to go ahead and dive into the dark side of anime. So we all
manga.
Yeah, and manga as well. Manga as well. Sorry. Yeah, can't weed it out. So some of us that are already huge anime and manga fans. Some of us is aware about this, but those who are not, just a fair warning. It's going to be a lot of deep diving. It's going to be a lot of stuff that you might don't want to hear. So the subject of anime and manga that we all love so much, we're about to get ready to get into the worst part of it. So if you don't want to hear it, then I'll recommend you probably not tune in, just to be fair. But
no, tune in.
But we're going to do our due diligence to keep it as casual as possible. But anyway, Mr. Lee,
all right.
Which one we kick it off first? Which part we kick it off?
Gosh, I don't know which one I want to do first. So I'll go back to how this conversation came from. I was talking to Mac about the dark side of manga production first. What is everyone's favorite manga? Mine is Dragon Ball Z. I'm just not repping my Dragon Ball shirt tonight because my favorite one was not hanging up in the closet.
Mine is Kenichi. Mine is Kenichi's Strongest Disciple.
No, it's just
Okay.
We all know mine.
I'm a Naruto fan.
He said we all know mine.
I actually
yours is not a manga. Technically, yours is not a manga, Tim. It's a mangua. Yours is a mangua. Yes.
What's a mangua?
Yes.
Ain't that the Chinese version?
That's
Chinese.
Korean. Yes.
Korean.
It's Korean. It's Korean.
Yes, it's Korean.
Oh, okay.
Yes, yours is Korean.
I have read some mangas. They're amazing. What's your favorite manga?
So,
apologies for pronouncing that incorrectly.
So leveling. But if I gotta do regular manga, I guess. Ooh, this is tough. I would have. I'm gonna be lying to myself. Tokyo Ghoul.
Okay. I have that behind me. You can't really see it too well. I have all of Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z behind me. I have Bleach, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and Tokyo Ghoul. I have not been able to get through Tokyo Ghoul. I keep having to, but I like what I read. Just I don't know, something just doesn't quite click with me. But okay, so those are some really good examples. So all of those authors / artists, they are likely living a very fulfilled life, but it's also a living hell. So in this world, and I don't just mean anime and manga, although it is very prevalent there. And I'll just kick it off this way, so viewers be advised. If you don't want to experience anal, but you want to know what it feels like, then become a creator, because you're always getting fucked. So even in my industry, which is literature, I always wondered this before I published myself, why book prices were set so high, nearly $20. And it's because the authors get $1 to $2 per copy. So even if you self-publish, they're margins, right? And the same is true in a lot of regards for mangaka, the manga authors, creators. So something I didn't know until recently, that was in my, is that like we all know Shonen Jump, right? That's where the biggest manga comes and everything. Yeah, so those authors are not actually employees, contractors. So they just get contractor pay, which means no health insurance, no benefits, nobody to help them out, nothing. And when you think about like even the shortest, I'm going to say shortest, I should say standard, manga chapter lengths, you're looking at between 12 and 16 pages and what, generally between 6 and 8 panels on a page, right?
Yeah.
Think of all the drafting, all the inking that goes into that. Think of how many pictures you're actually viewing in a single chapter. So, like for instance, Akira Toriyama, author of Dragon Ball, he infamously, would sleep 3 hours the entire week because he could not meet his deadlines otherwise. There's a story where he was working so late into the night that once he finished whichever chapter he was working on, he had to drive his copies up to the post office. But he was so exhausted, so fatigued, that he couldn't tell the colors on the traffic lights apart. He couldn't distinguish them or anything. He was beginning to hallucinate. That's how tired he was. Even the famous Super Saiyan transformation, the reason that all Super Saiyans have blonde hair is because he was trying to save his inker from having to color in Goku's hair all the time because he complained that it took too long. So it was all him trying to lighten the workload in some creative way, right? And with him, you know, I said, you know, I'm a massive Dragon Ball fan. It's not what made him popular in Japan. It was actually Dr. Slump that made him popular. But he wanted to get away from doing that because it's a gag manga. And he got burned out of making new jokes every single week, right? He just couldn't do it anymore. So he went to his editor and said, hey, I want to quit. And in Japanese work culture, it's not like America where we go, all right, anyway, and I'm out. It's very much a samurai culture. You don't quit. You are released respectfully. You know?
Yeah.
And even then you have to beg for it and have proven that you're worthy of being released. So he asked his editor, hey, can I stop this? And his editor said, yes, you can. Once you make another manga just as popular as this one. And that is where Dragon Ball came from. He literally created that to get away from doing the other thing that he felt chained down by. Right, yeah. Yeah. And that story really hit me hard because I'm like, wow, this taught me so much about a story structure and how to introduce characters, and it was such a big part of my childhood and morality, you know, in the way I view the world, and to know that the author was having fun but still suffering the entire time. Even when he came back after Superstardom, he did the Jacko Patrolman spinoff, which I think was only like a couple chapters.
Yeah.
He wanted to go longer, but he came back and said that his body just could not do it anymore. He was only in his 50s, and he said his body couldn't do it. It wasn't up to that sort of work anymore. So, and that is the most tame story that I heard. There are 2 others that are so much worse.
Michael Lee, I got a question for you too.
Yeah.
Because I know, and eventually we gotta make a thumbnail for you because I know you write a lot of literature, or is it novels? I don't want to say the wrong version of what
I do novels, and I do novelettes, which most people just say short stories, but it just means they're shorter than novels.
So in your version of writing, is that a fear of yours? Say like one of your novels catch steam, do you feel like you would have like a similar story to the author of Dragon Ball Z, you think? Or do you think it got better with time?
it hasn't gotten better. So I only mentioned one thing that I've written and published. There are others. So for a short time, and I am still doing it, I had to stop, put a pause on it for multiple reasons. I was actually releasing short stories every 2 to 4 weeks. And I had them done ahead of time so I wouldn't burn out trying to do that. But because there are other responsibilities like marketing, artwork, formatting, which, by the way, I mentioned Toriyama having an assistant. Mangaka don't start off with assistants. They have to pay them out of their own pocket, which means they have to make it first.
Ooh,
so you do that stuff yourself before. So the equivalent of that in my world is formatting and marketing. Even having the stories done ahead of time, I got very overwhelmed doing all of that. And all it took was one story that is coming out soon, but that I felt was just not ready. Like there's just something wrong with it, and it needed to go back into the oven to bake, so to speak. So yeah, I'll be very blessed when something does take off like that, God willing. But that stress, I'm also expecting that I'll get a version of that too. So I wouldn't say a fear so much as an expectation.
Okay.
It's funny that you mentioned the easing of the workload about the all the Saiyans being blonde, because now it makes sense about that whole meme I've seen going around about how all the Saiyans basically all it is like a hair swap. So that makes a lot more sense because if you take the hair off, you remove the hair from all the Saiyans, they all look exactly the same. It's just every time you put a different hairstyle on them, they look completely different. You got Goku, Vegeta, Goten, all of them, they look completely different.
I did see that.
I've seen that. I will say, so I do have a background in art, in various forms of art.
Mm-hmm.
But writing is my passion. But I did painting on the side. And I do drawing as well. While that is true, it doesn't work in every circumstance. It really depends on which era of Toriyama's art style you're talking about. Because if it's earlier on, like sand art, for instance, no, it wouldn't work. Now, when he got really angular with everything, and you get to like the Majin Buu arc, yes, you could.
I think that's where it was. Yeah, I think that's
yeah. So I've seen that. I thought that was interesting. It gave me a little bit of an existential trip, and I had to like crack open the manga and start flipping through the pages real fast. There's no way. I was like, there's no way. Only, like if you put hair on Tien, he looks like Goku. Cap.
Come on, Cap.
If you cover up that third eye, that's Goku. What?
Right.
Hey, look at this, y'all. So this is crazy. So the American manga writers are paid a little better. So the average American manga writer makes $50,000 to $65,000 annually.
Mm-hmm.
The average for entry level ones, it starts off at $10 to $15 an hour.
Now, hold on, man. Let me ask. Now, are we talking about manga or are we talking about comic book art?
Manga.
We got
manga
America. Wow. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Now, this is even crazier. The Japanese ones, they start off when you translate to U.S. dollars, $26,000 to $43,000 a year.
Damn. Yeah. That's less than half. Woo.
God, the same is true of the anime industry.
Go ahead, Mike. No, go ahead.
I was going to say animators in the anime industry in Japan, last I checked, they made the equivalent of a McDonald's worker here in America because it's seen as this is your passion and you're lucky to be doing it. It's not so much.
They had that mentality.
That's a very prevalent mentality.
Yeah, and that's the part that when I was talking about how the Japanese culture is good, but bad is also bad as well, because how they so held up on tradition and their old values and all of that stuff, and the work culture and all of that, how all of that old style thinking takes place and pretty much ruins every fucking thing.
Yeah, they got strict way of talking too, right? You
so
gotta,
do they have a
certain way?
Do they have a living wage? What's their living wage out there? Is it low?
I think it's slightly lower than the American standard because they live in smaller places, but also they have much stronger social contracts as well. So like once you like your relationship with your landlord may be more, from what I've heard, maybe more hostile, but then your relationship with your job, it's not a job, it's your life. You don't quit, right? So you just kind of make do. And a lot of times you're not sleeping at home anyway. You're sleeping in like
under your desk, under your desk, or a hotel.
So you can't quit a job for the most part in their culture.
No, there's actually a profession. I forget what it's called, but there's a specific group of people who their whole job is to help you leave your job.
Yeah.
Because you're not allowed to do, like, for instance, in America, we have credit scores, right? Well, Japan doesn't have the same thing that we do. Not saying that they don't have some sort of score, but everything is tied to your job, and the job then ties to the bank. So when they're approving something, they're going directly to your employer, basically. It's a much closer relationship. Whereas in America, nobody cares.
As long as you got a certain score, you can get whatever you want to be approved for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nasty
It
work.
says the average Japanese household worker makes anywhere from 30,000 to 36,000 a year.
Where can I sign up to move?
Shit, not move.
You mean not move? I was gonna say, don't you mean not move?
I thought you were saying
it ain't no better here, bro. We all around in this shit.
No, but you won't. Yeah, but the Japanese, the way the work culture is over there, it's extremely toxic.
Suicide's a very common thing there.
And then on top of that, vibe, saying like you are the new person that's there, and you got worker seniority really does matter there. Like you won't be able to leave. If you leave before your boss, you best to believe you're going to be talked about and ridiculed for the rest of your damn days.
But don't the boss be sleeping there sometimes?
It don't matter.
It doesn't matter. They're still in the office.
They still in the office. Present. So if they're still working, your ass needs to be still working.
No.
Now here's the thing, and everything's a matter of trade-offs, right? We've talked about yes, their culture is razor sharp. It will cut you, at least the work culture, right? And it takes a lot of lives. There's a whole forest in Japan where people go to commit suicide.
That's the main reason why they got nets over the damn buildings.
Right. Yeah.
That's wild.
On the other hand, their work ethic is out of this world.
Absolutely. You can't.
One of my favorite. Yeah.
You can't take away from that work ethic.
Oh, you can't.
Creativity. Out of this world. I mean, that reason why the gaming and anime is mainstream. There's a reason why.
One of my favorite games, Silent Hill. I have the original on PS1 behind me. So Konami they basically ordered Silent Hill from themselves. They wanted a competitor to Resident Evil, my other favorite games in the world. But the team didn't want to make an action-heavy survival war. They wanted to do something totally different. And basically, Konami got so frustrated with the team, they just gave up and they just kind of threw their hands up and went, whatever, just finish the project. We don't care. We're not going to keep funding a bunch of, give you a bunch of funding, et cetera, right? It was that sort of attitude. Well, they were understaffed. and they wanted to have like really good-looking, realistic CGI cutscenes. Well, the opening cinematic was done by one person. He stayed. Yep, he stayed overnight after everyone else had left because he needed multiple computers to render and create everything for those scenes. So that game is as good as it is because of that sort of dedication. On the other hand, you also have him dying early, right? So, like, there's something to be said about the work ethic, but there's also something to be said about mortality. And that's why, like, their birth rate, partly why their birth rates have fallen and why we're starting to see birth rates fall in the West too, is eventually that catches up to you.
I got a question about that too. Was this because it's an older anime? Was this like old? Was it old school analog plugins? Because I've seen the early version. Like when I was in high school, we had a class that would show old analogs. You had to type in the action. I don't know if it's transformed since then, like the plugins.
I'm sorry, for game creation or anime?
I guess that would have been more for game creation since it's analogs.
Yeah,
I'm not sure how it works back in the early 90s, late 80s when Silent Hill would have been made.
But damn, for him to have to use multiple computers, I'm just thinking it's something like analog, but it's with
probably
with because it's the game. Yeah, it's a game. Yeah, so it would be. I would assume it would be like analog.
Yeah, but the thing about that is, Tim, or if I think about it, like he probably did that like for free, basically on his time. Like, they do it all the time.
Oh wait, so he was doing that for free. He wasn't even getting paid for this part.
No, it was all. It was. I mean, he was on the team to make the game, but making it that good, that was something he took upon himself, and he did not involve anyone else or sign anyone else up for that sort of work.
What was his name again?
He was part of Team Silent. I don't know what his name was.
Oh well, shout out to him, whoever that guy is.
That's a common thing. Like, they fall behind. Like you don't know their names. Like there are people behind the curtains.
So your name don't even get on. Oh
nope.
No. In America, we're all about personal glory. In Japan, it's a group effort.
Mm-hmm.
Audience, welcome to the dark side, because that's crazy. That's crazy.
And another thing too, contracts are ridiculous too. So my favorite manga anime was Naruto, and Masashi Kishimoto was fucking. That guy's worth $20 million, right? Guess how much Naruto is worth?
Oh, let me guess. Let me guess.
It's one of the big three. I'm gonna say shy of $1 billion.
I want to say
1 billion. That's what he said.
Shy of $1 billion.
Okay.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna guess 700 million.
I'm gonna guess 800 million.
I'm gonna say 345 million.
You got to guess, Michael Lewis.
Say that again. I'm sorry. I was talking to
Shame.
No, because Michael was coming through and fussing about, and Quisha was fussing about something. So I don't know.
Oh, Michael. No, I'm saying my favorite anime is Naruto, and Masashi Kishimoto was worth $20 million. And I was saying how bad the contracts are. Guess how much? Take a wild guess at how much Naruto is worth.
Talk about now?
Yeah, just now. Yeah, now.
I would say, I feel what it's worth right now. I would say at least close to, I would say at least about, I would say at least $250,000, at least, to my opinion, on how much everything has been going in Naruto and how long it's been going, along with merchandise sales.
$250,000 or $250,000?
No, $250,000.
Okay.
Oh no, wait. Okay, so the closest I think was Michael Lee. And how much you said? Almost
I
$1 billion?
shy of $1 billion, and I put it at 800 million.
800. You said what's now?
I said 345 million.
I said
What's
700.
$11 billion.
What?
Whoa!
$11 billion Naruto's worth,
And
and
this
that
man
man
only.
only worth,
Oh wow.
20
But then
million, bro.
Kishimoto's,
He don't get no
damn.
and
royalties
see,
or
that's
nothing.
his net worth. That's not
That's his
even what
net
he's actually
worth.
making.
Holy crap,
What
man!
you
That is
make is significantly less than your net worth.
That is crazy.
And that's the part that we be talking about.
Yeah.
By just in case if you didn't know, that's the part that we always talking about, like how the manga artists and the creators, are always they're pretty much the creators, the brainchild of the reason why the shows and everything is so popular, but they don't get nowhere near a fraction of anything.
So
Is that their culture? Like,
Yeah,
you can't make over a certain amount.
That's
the norm.
That's the
the
Japanese
norm,
culture. And
It's
you would,
collective.
and what makes it so bad about it, you got some animes, even if you do have some animes and some shows that don't be popular in Japan, but once it gets over here to the West, it blows up out of proportion. It blows up out of proportion. It becomes mainstream. And then they don't see, and they still do not see nowhere near a fraction of that.
Now, does he know this? Does he know this, or is it propaganda? Oh,
No, this ain't no propaganda. This ain't no propaganda.
Because I know if over there they're like, oh, it's only making 100 million. And
oh no, they ain't lying to him.
No, they're not lying to him. Go ahead.
They're
Mike.
just very far removed from it. So, for instance, Broly from Dragon Ball, the original Broly, everyone loved. Psychotic Super Saiyan, Legendary Super Saiyan.
Yeah,
But when they redid him for Super
movie Broly, I got you.
Yeah, Toriyama had to be reminded that he'd done the original art for the original Broly. He did not remember having done it, but he was involved. But that's how distant they can be from anything that happens overseas. They know what's going on, but they're not plugged into it like that. Also, the animator for Silent Hill, I did look him up. Takayoshi Sato.
Okay.
That's who spearheaded that. I had to know.
Yeah. So, what's crazy? Like, how do you like? It's kind of like, how do you can't really support these people because, like, you get a hit anime or a manga or manhwa or whatever, you get a hit and it blows up, but like the people who actually put in the blood, sweat, and tears to get it done, they get no shine. And there's no way. Is there any way, like, to kind of like, hey, look, these people did it, not the people that's actually getting the credit off of it? You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, hey, man, I really like this, but I can't support it. Or how it's kind of like, I don't know. it's a thin rope, man, thin line to like tug. It's crazy.
It's wild to me because $20 million isn't bad money. So I wonder in their minds if they're set up to like, oh, I'm making this much, I'm supporting my family for generations.
Man, but the comparison billions, though, bro.
But the comparison, but yeah, I know. In America, we like, you highway robbing me.
Yeah.
But to them, $20 million
I see what you're
is wealthy.
Yeah.
To them, I'm assuming.
But you got to think about how much life. But you got to think of how much time of his life he lost. But
that's the wild part. Like, what?
Never seen his kids.
Yep.
Probably having a relationship with his kids. When they got grown and when he quit Naruto, when they did the Boruto thing, he was just like, I'm finally done. That's 20 years gone. He worked 7 days a week. Like you say, pushing these deadlines.
No holidays. No breaks.
No breaks.
No such thing.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, is anyone here a fan of Hunter x Hunter?
Yes.
Yeah. So, have you ever seen the chapters that released that looked like they were just rough drafts?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, the reason for that is that author. I'm sorry, what is his name again? Togashi. He basically, his spine got so damaged from just because when you think when you're drawing, you're hunched over, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's so critically injured that the only way he can draw now is if he is laying down on his stomach on the floor.
Oh, wow.
If he moves, and this is gonna get vulgar, but it is what happens. He was saying that if he can't even wipe himself when he uses the bathroom, because even that motion causes excruciating pain just from doing manga so much so fast. So every time he does use the bathroom, he has to take a shower afterwards to clean himself.
See, I knew it was the reason I ain't like Hunter x Hunter.
It's one of the best manga and anime I've ever seen, but the author is suffering.
Bro, that's crazy.
And that's also back to why, you know, you hear the manga and certain artists or some manga take hiatuses because they be out sick, or they'll mess around and be in an accident because they're too tired. They coming home from work or trying to catch a train, and then they mess around and they get sick or they get hurt on their way, and all of that stuff. That's also comes into play. And none of that shit. And back to what Michael's saying, since they're contractors, they're not covered. That shit is coming out of their pocket.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They ain't taken care
of. Yeah.
And it gave me more respect for them because you mentioned in that, Mike, my realization came because you know the anime I love is Soul Leveling. When people were pressing them so hard to make the next arc that I didn't know it takes them just to do what on the low, let's say the low end in 6 episodes, it would take them like a year or two just to do 6 episodes because there's so many clips,
frames.
And it made me feel bad. I was like, as a customer, I was like, I'm demanding more. Yeah. And then I realized how long it takes, and I'm like, I gotta be more gracious.
But that's the same thing that's the same way that how that is and even though it's a little bit more stricter in anime and manga, it's the same way about video games as well. It's that same concept when they're coding and stuff. That's the main reason why when I started to learn more about behind the scenes, especially when I was starting to get into the IT field, when I started learning more about the coding and what goes behind it and how all the steps and the process and all of this shit took, that's when I started like, okay, I started calming my ass down. Like, I want it, but take your time. I want this to be great. I want this to be phenomenal. So if it takes you 2 or 3 years, fuck it. I got other shit that I can play. I got other shit that I can play. I got other shit that I can read. Yeah. Go ahead, bro. Do your thing. Go ahead and cook. Go cook.
The most triggering thing I see, well, the most triggering thing for me is when someone, it doesn't matter what it is, games, movies, literature, except for Game of Thrones season 8, when someone says, "Oh, they got lazy." No, if you ever try to actually do anything that they're doing, you'll realize how difficult it is and all the hurdles you have to overcome. It's usually not anything near laziness. It's a time constraint or it's a technical issue, right? To what I was saying. So I had to remind myself if it was 12 or 24. So common practice is every second of animation you see is 24 frames, which means 24 drawings, hand drawn until recent years. So then when you think, well, okay, if there's 60 seconds in a minute, multiply that by 24 and then multiply that by 22, which is how many minutes are in the standard anime episode, that's a lot. And that's not just you draw it once and it's done. When you, like, if I sit here and draw it and say Mike is the animation director, right? I'll draw it and you'll see it next. And then you'll actually go back and correct anything that is off model. Things that were rushed, like Dragon Ball Super. The reason that looks so bad isn't because they were lazy, it's because they were given an abnormally short time frame. Exactly. You could usually go back and correct stuff. They didn't have that sort of time. So that's when you got wonky-eyed Goku, Snoop Dogg looking Beerus. No disrespect to Snoop Dogg, and all those sorts of weird things. So same thing with gaming. When people are like, oh, this thing wasn't finished or whatever, why couldn't you make this look as good as this other game? They either didn't have enough time, or when they tried to do it, it broke something. I've done some rendering and some like very elementary game design and elementary coding, and I also have broken things beyond comprehension by doing something really simple, like adding a dialogue tag, and now suddenly, for whatever reason, when you load into the game, it shoots you to the final boss. Don't know why. All I did was add dialogue. So, and that's an elementary thing. That's nowhere near as complicated as what they're doing.
Yeah.
It's a hot mess.
Let me ask you this, Michael Lee. Because you're more familiar with it than us, what would you say is more of the difficulty or hindrance on these mangas or animes written and drawn? Is it the writing portion that gets hit more, or is it the drawing portion that gets hit more as far as difficulty? Because I know you can't. I know they're both not even. I just wonder which one is more important.
Now, for me, and before Michael answered, for me, I will assume for me it will be the drawing portion. For me, that's what I would believe. But Michael could be saying the writing portion. Go ahead, Mike. Which one do you believe? Because I believe it's the drawing portion for me.
The most physically demanding part will definitely be the drawing, the physical part. But it's also, your mileage is going to vary depending on what sort of series it is. Yeah. So for instance, something like, and I'm just going to keep using Dragon Ball, but that plot is not very deep. It works, it's not very deep, right? There's no politics going on and stuff. So because you don't really have a lot of time to go back and rewrite anything, so you kind of have to commit to whatever you do the first time. He doesn't have to go back in. Yeah, there are retcons, but nothing like egregious, right? Versus a more political plot like Naruto, or something that has a lot of intricacies like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, where tiny, minute details have to be correct. If you mess it up, well, there's no correcting it.
And the reason, yeah. Oh, my bad. No. The reason I did ask that is because there's an anime that I like that a lot of people don't like, but me and Michael Lewis agree on, or Dynamite agree on, is shit. I'm about
beginning after the end.
Oh, hey, I'm on that bandwagon. Hey, I just hopped in the back seat of that. I'm loving it. I'm in the back seat of that right now. I'm with y'all on that ride.
Yeah, see, look, and there's people that actually like it, but they just got canceled because they got enough people to do a petition on it, and they want a different studio to do the artwork.
What?
They got canceled for real? Oh, yeah, man.
Because there was a petition that went out because people complained so much about the artwork that they want a different studio.
There was nothing wrong with the artwork.
Wait a minute. Did it just get canceled?
Yeah, it said it. It was like, I seen it pop up on YouTube. They're like, they're canceling the beginning of the.
So not for season, no more. Okay, so they ain't gonna get.
I don't know how much longer it's gonna go.
Petition. Did it? I don't see that it officially went through.
So let me ask this question. So is that really what happened with One Punch Man season 3? I know they kind of like outsourced a bunch of stuff, which made the animation like horrible.
Yeah, it was a time thing,
and they were pressed for time. You could tell it was rushed.
Oh yeah, because they literally just did like a PNG and started dragging it.
Yeah.
So the thing is, anytime like we hear outsource, we get that knee-jerk reaction of, oh God, it's gonna suck. But typically when you think about it, when we outsource something, it's because we don't have the time to do it. So we're putting all the pressure on someone else who's not as familiar with it as we are. Right? So then they take the ball.
Yeah, and you gotta look at who was doing it, because they always have Nappa has always been the one responsible for it. But since everyone always lean on Mappa so hard for mostly all the shit, for mostly a lot of shit as of late,
spread thin.
That's the main reason why Mappa is pretty much spread thin.
Yeah,
and they have to have somebody else, and they have to outsource someone else to do it.
It's crazy. They just can't say, "Hey, look, we don't have the manpower."
They can't.
Wait,
yeah,
so
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm like. It's crazy that they can't just say, "Hey, look, we can't." It's like supply and demand, man. It's
yeah, they can't, and it's mainly to do with their culture.
Wait, so how exactly does that work? I got a question here. How does that work when it comes to a studio doing the anime? Let's say Solo Leveling, right? It's Korean based, and because there's such a demand for it, another studio had to pretty much pick it up because the other studio say it was too small or something. Do both studios then work on it, or is it just structured to the new studio and that's just thrown on them?
Both can work on it simultaneously, and they trade off episodes. Again, I'm going to lean on Dragon Ball. If you ever go back and watch, actually, not even early, anywhere in Z, sometimes like in the Namek arc and like in the Cell arc, everyone will look kind of like, I don't know, a little Peanuts style, like Charlie Brown, a little more.
Yeah.
But then the next episode, they have these super sharp angles. It's because they swapped animators or they swapped studios for that episode because the other one didn't have enough time to do that.
Like another prime example, the Broly movie, the Broly movie, the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie, Super Broly movie. If you really paid attention to the differences on that Broly movie, and you could look at similarities to how the One Piece animation is being done. The same people people that did the One Piece animation did the animation for Dragon Ball Super. That's Dragon Ball Super movie. That's the reason why the animation was so fluid. And
it's rounder too.
Yeah.
It's rounder because he was so used to drawing One Piece, he instinctively made his curves a lot rounder.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Okay. Yeah, they do that for stuff. Naruto them did that stuff too, especially in the Boruto series when they have their action scenes where you could tell somebody else came and drew them shits. I mean, they weren't like they were ugly before. It was a difference. Like, they brought their big guns in for this fight.
When the crew was on Namek, if you ever rewatch, I'm going to try to do it without unplugging my headphones. But I'm going to do a quick shout out to someone who, not that I know him personally, but a really good YouTuber, Totally Not Mark, who studies animation and breaks down a lot of these things. In the Namek art, you'll notice characters do this a lot. They do like a dynamic head turn, which is hard to animate, but they did it in that one arc and then never did it again. It was because a specific studio had been brought in for that arc, and they were known for doing that. They were experts at those dynamic shots. And I want to say they did it in, I think, Fully Cooley. Don't quote me. There's another well-known anime that they did, and you can see the similarities there. So things like that, those little tells, will clue you in. So, and in the something that Super didn't do, that the original series did, was you will notice, like, when they start to speed up and fight a lot, well, you just see like the environment, the background, and it keeps panning, right? And you're getting the sense of they're moving so fast our eyes can't see them, which is true.
Yeah.
They did that to save animation time because it's just one giant painted background, so you can eat up time that way. So they found creative ways to get around time restraints, or constraints rather. Whereas Super,
so basically,
do that.
The we should appreciate the episodes that are 45-minute episode 1 or monologues. I don't know.
You talking about
like what's the one? Sentence to Be a Hero. They opened up with an episode is like 50 minutes.
Yeah,
we should appreciate that more because there was a lot more time that went into that.
Yeah,
I think that whole anime that's a lot of work because that first episode was like a movie. So yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was a movie. I was watching on this long ass episode. This a movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, whenever I see the premiere episode, when they premiere episodes and like between the 30-minute and 45-minute mark, I always get excited. I'm like, sweet. We got a
who came up with that number? That number though, 24 minutes. Why isn't that 30?
Commercial.
Well, commercials.
There's no commercials.
Commercials at runtime.
Yeah,
we might not have commercials, but they might have commercials.
It's syndication.
So I have to take back everything I said about Boruto now for all them filler episodes, because even that, I guess it takes a lot of work.
Well, mainly they do feel mainly. I feel I could be wrong about this, and Michael Lee, you could correct me. When I be feeling on filler episodes, how I feel, because most of those sometimes when anime do filler episodes and they don't be to the manga, I feel like that they doing that to get more time,
right?
To finish
that's exactly
the
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's exactly why they do it.
Yeah, but I'm saying you still got people like investing their time to draw it, and that's what I'm saying. Like I got I guess a broader appreciation for them. Just even the fillers, I won't complain. Well, I'm gonna try not to complain. Yeah.
Yeah. Fun fact: you know how Dragon Ball is known for its for all the screaming and long power ups, and people are like,
I was thinking about that.
Attack them.
Yeah.
So those screams and those long power ups, that was all filler. In the manga, those are all instant transformations. They don't have time to react to them. So the anime had to drag it out, so it looks almost like a plot hole, which they then made fun of it in Super. But yeah, that's why.
Because I was telling Jay, he was like, boy, I used to tell him, I said, boy, when we were growing up, boy, them damn powers, boy.
Oh, the Freezer saga? Oh my goodness!
About 2 days.
You talking about back in the 90s?
Yeah, that's the Freezer saga, man. Yeah.
Now, he was like, well, for real, I watched Kai and they ain't do that. I said, yeah, Kai got rid of all that shit. They cut a lot of that out.
Right to the point. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
He ain't never seen the original.
Kai was pretty much like how the manga was supposed to be. That's the main reason why that's the main reason why they decided to do Kai.
Yeah, it's much closer. Like I actually, when I was watching Super, I was a little thrown off. Even reading, I was a little thrown off by Goku's personality shift because he's nothing like what he was in our version. Our version, he's basically Captain America. Yeah, that's not actually how Goku acts. Even like his legendary, against Freezer, he's like, I'm the hope of the universe, yada yada, right? Like I'm here to stomp out evil and all that. That's not what he actually says. What he actually says is, I came all this way just to fight you. He was not thinking about the universe. He just wanted to throw legendary hands. That's it. Even Battle of Gods, when Beerus does that one attack that's aimed towards the earth. In English, he's like, I can't let that hit the earth. It'll do major damage. In Japanese, he just went, I'll just take the shot right here. He did not think about earth. He just happened to be positioned between them. That was it. Now that Mario get the translation stuff, but yeah.
Hey, you want to hear something more fucked up, bro?
Yeah.
All right, I'll do this again. All right. Akira Toriyama. How much? He's worth $56 million. His net worth before he passed. Wild guess at how much Dragon Ball worth?
20 billion.
Oh, 30.
I would say 50 billion.
Over 9,000.
There you go. Yeah. Now I'm gonna say you know what, I'm gonna say 37 billion. I'm gonna go a little bit lower.
$27 billion, and that man was only worth 50. See?
That's crazy.
And fucking insane, dog.
Yeah. Think of all the games and stuff that come out all the licensings that they don't
And they're
get.
still coming out. Yeah.
Tokyo Ghoul. I didn't know this because I didn't finish the series, but Vibe, you'll probably have realized this more than me. So Kaneki was added to Dead by Daylight.
Yeah.
Not too long ago. But I didn't know that they added the anime version of him, which is basically really, really edgelord. And that's not how he acts in the manga. I didn't really see much of the anime, so I didn't know that there was a drastic difference between the two characters.
I don't know nothing about the manga. I finished the anime.
The manga, he's just a normal kid.
For real?
Yeah, he's not an edgelord or anything like that. He likes smiling and making coffee. And he just
in the manga, he goes very dark. Well, he goes dark for like season 2. Half of season 1, season 2, and then the last season he lost his memories. So like he's a officer at that point.
In the anime or manga?
In the anime.
In the anime.
Anime.
I was trying to say, I know you said season, because where I got through the volumes, he was still like, yeah, he had a moment where he stood up, but for the most part, he was still like, I don't really want to do this. So yeah.
Yeah, he stayed kind until like the end of season 2, because I think season 2 that he was carrying his friend to the police.
I don't know.
I can't remember exactly.
That's season 2.
Yeah, and then season 3, they keep him pretty calm, but he has his dark moments. If that makes sense. Like
so think about this. So because I know a lot of people here have made story outlines and characters, right? So imagine this. Your story, you birth your story in whatever format you want to. Animation, literary, video game, whatever it is, right? It becomes popular. But someone wants to use a character, one of your characters, as a cameo in something, right? Sounds really cool. But they don't go to you. They go to the studio who helped produce you, and they get the rights from them. And the studio has been interpreting your character a different way that has nothing to do with how you've interpreted your character. You're aware of this. The studio gives them the rights to this, whoever wants to use the cameo, and they use the studio's version of your character that shares very little in common with the character you actually made. You're watching this all happen, and you have no say over it whatsoever.
Right.
That is the manga industry, and not just the manga industry. It works like that in America too. Now, in America, we approach things a little differently, but
they do that a lot with Overwatch. There's a lot of cameos in Overwatch.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, they do. They have a lot of their battle passes is from animes. Or
I didn't know that. That's cool.
Yeah.
Huh. Is Mike still here? I don't know if he just had to turn his camera off or if he actually stepped away.
Yeah, he probably just stepped away.
Okay, I'm gonna save this one then. The most disturbing thing that a mangaka did that really chilled me to the core, and I have always wanted to get into this series, and now I'm like, I don't know if I should, because I feel like it'll be like feeding the beast.
That sounds good. I can't wait to hear that.
The crazy thing, I'm sorry, man. The crazy thing about all this is like you don't really know what's a hit and what's not a hit. So it's kind of like, I mean, yeah, you treat these people better or pay them more, but you don't know if what they're doing is actually going to be a success or not. So I don't see it from both angles. It still sucks, but still, like you really don't know what's a hit, what will be a hit, and what won't be a hit, because you don't know how people really.
Oh, I got the perfect example.
Oh.
My perfect example is Solo Leveling. That shouldn't. I don't think they thought that was going to do what it did. So I can only imagine the stress on the creators of that because they're like, "Oh, this is breaking all type of records. How do we handle this?"
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
By
It was
finishing it
too
faster
good
than
for
what
us.
it's supposed to do, because they see how these other artists, the people who was in before them, see how their life went, and they probably like, you know what, 3 seasons, 5 seasons, and I'm done. Get in and get out. That's probably how they handle it because they ain't nothing long running no more. Think about it. I guess people are like opening up, like, okay, it's even though it's popular and it's successful, I'm not finna kill myself like these other people are. I don't know my family, can't raise my kids, never there for my wife. I don't have a personal life. I'm get
Yeah,
in and
like
get out.
that studio did a whole real break after that second season of Solo Leveling because it was too high demand. And I don't know if that was good for the culture of manga or not good for the culture of manga because now everybody's expectation is Solo Leveling level. That's why we have the whole situation with the beginning after the end or the beginning or the end. Damn.
I think it was great for the art world, but it was bad for the animation.
Yeah, because everybody, this like Demon Slayer, Solo Leveling, shit, the shit they got now with what is that? The blood moon shit with Bleach.
1,000-Year Blood War.
1,000-Year War.
Blood War.
The new one that everybody fucks with, Gachakuda.
Yeah. They got a nice studio too. Yeah, all them people like that, man, they messed it up. Overlord, all that shit, people have messed it up messed it up, man.
Man, just think of how much animation went into like Demon Slayer though. Like you were talking about Demon Slayer, like that's a lot of animation.
Yeah, especially them last like 3 seasons. That shit was like watching the movies.
The movie. Oh my god.
And now they're getting restaurant themes. Like it's crazy, but they don't see none of that.
If y'all had to call it, who do y'all think had to deal with more animation? Demon Slayer or My Hero Academia?
Demon Slayer.
I would say Demon Slayer.
Yeah,
My Hero has a bunch of stuff, but I would say Demon Slayer.
Yeah,
From what I've seen, Demon Slayer.
Yeah.
Okay, because in it's pretty close in my eyes just because of the animation.
Yeah, because when they came, because when Demon Slayer came on the scene, that's when everybody realized that, oh shit, we got to step our motherfucking game up. That's when people started realizing they have to step their game up.
And then they kept stepping their game up too, though, because that shit got better looking as it went on.
Yeah.
I do want to point something out, though.
Go for it.
So think of, actually, I'm going to go into Sean's territory here with Naruto. Think about that final fight with Madara, right? Or even the destruction of Konoha, of the Hidden Leaf Village.
Yeah.
If you've ever drawn an environment, that is a lot of work that goes into that. That is so many hours. So even though it may not look as like flashy, that would actually be way more difficult to animate. If you've ever seen Akira, for instance, old cyberpunk classic
throwback.
If you look at what is happening in the environment, they were doing a lot of stuff that animation usually just
it could do. Yeah, it was before its time.
Yeah, and animation still has not really gotten that back, but it was just a labor of love. Now, you can use a lot of like CGI effects and stuff for like certain attacks, like electricity or something to aid you, which does make sense, and I'm not against that by any means. But yeah, just there are different types of difficulty. So just something to keep in mind.
Yeah, that's like
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, let me say this real quick. Just like Lord of Mysteries, even when they not doing no action, this all the detail that's on that screen when they just chilling, that shit is crazy.
Yeah.
My rebuttal to that, because I know y'all said, I'm sorry, I know you said Demon Slayer. think it takes more time, but I would think Demon Slayer was one of the first animes I've seen that had a cinematic beat to it. Which I mean by that is I feel like a lot of CGI went into that versus something like a My Hero Academia, which is more animated. And I feel like them dudes sat down and drew that shit in them scenes. It wasn't so much CGI and all the movies they did. I feel like it just took longer. I feel like it would have took longer to do My Hero than Demon Slayer because it's so CGI'd. It almost looked theatrical with Demon Slayer. It was too clean. Like, god damn. Y'all ain't draw this. No, all these things. There's no way. Versus My Hero. Oh, go ahead.
I see your point. The good thing about doing something CGI is you have a consistent character model and you don't have to worry about it being off model. The other problem with doing that is if you've ever seen like a shot in an anime or manga where I'm going to try to replicate it, where like it's kind of like that, you know, like this, where they've got their face cocked back and it's kind of like a fisherman's shot. What you actually have to do is warp the character. That perspective, that dynamic shot is not physically possible to achieve. So if you see it in a manga and it's just a still image, just drawn, that's one thing. If you see it animated and it's a model, like a CGI model, that means they had to actually stretch something all the way back and redo the model. Same thing with video games. I think in Sonic they did that too. I don't know where it was, but yeah, so you have to do a lot of like facial distortion and stuff. So there's something more technical that goes into it. So I would say it's a trade-off depending on what exactly you're doing. As to which one can be perceived as more difficult. But that's, as someone who's never had to do it, I just watched it being done, and I was like, oh, God bless. That's so.
Yeah, all that stuff tough though, man. To be honest with you, just for them to give us what they give us, and it'd be like, dang, I see why they wait 3-4 years for this stuff come out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Now since Mike is back, the darkest one that I heard was Oda, the creator of One Piece.
Really?
He got a new editor, and the editor said, you know, he was like, okay, what is it that you want from me? What are the expectations? You know, and Oda told him plain and simple, die for One Piece. And he was not joking. And the editor knew he was not joking. And when they started talking about it, Oda literally told him, if you die while you're helping me, while you're doing this, your family will be taken care of and they'll be compensated. So don't worry about them. But that is my expectation, that you die for One Piece if necessary. And Oda himself was in the ER, like recovering and drawing a chapter. And he actually, part of the reason he was in the ER was something had happened with his eyes, like a strain, basically, because he had been up for so long and he'd been focusing so hard on the details of drawing that he couldn't see things clearly anymore. And he was in there doing the exact thing that put him in the hospital to begin with. And he knew that, right? And that's when your work ethic, I think, is no longer admirable, because you're now about to permanently injure yourself or worse.
Yeah.
You know, and that's not to detract from the greatness of the series or the quality of the output, but just that I would much rather someone just take an extra month or something. And that's go.
Was that his drive or was that the demand drive?
No, that was his.
It is.
That was his. I told
That's
you,
insanity.
Oda's different, bro.
Yeah,
that's insanity. To be your drive to do that to yourself is crazy to me.
Yeah, but look at how far One Piece is.
Oh my god!
I mean, I know, like, there's 1,000 episodes, but
I'm just saying. But here's the thing.
I wish I could have that passion
But here's the thing, and a lot of people don't, and I've repeated this before on the podcast before. Like Oda does the way he's doing One Piece and how it's still not finished yet. It's just not approaching the final arc now. We're just finally approaching the final arc of One Piece.
Is this the final arc though, or
that's also a good question?
Yeah,
you're right. That's also
they're gonna do some spinoffs.
That's also a fair statement. But he's writing this whole narrative of One Piece, the main story, and he's still able to crank out original stories for the video game that are canon. That are
also he's doing the video game stuff too.
Yes, them are his stories. These are separate stories that he's doing from the video game.
He's built different.
Ask yourself how, with what time.
Exactly.
On a side note from all this, I get what Mac be trying to tell me about writing. you got it right.
Yeah.
That's insanity. That's insanity. I couldn't imagine devoting my entire life, even if I have a family, to one thing and not even taking any breaks because this is the most important thing to me. That's nuts.
The thing is, though, is it something you love?
Yeah.
Because they do it because they love it.
They love it. Yeah, they love it. At that point, it's just all about the love of what they're doing because I ain't never loved the job that much to where I want to be at work all the time.
Is it love or is it brainwashed?
No, that's devotion. That's past love.
I mean, you can look at the same concept, even off of anime. Mac, we can look at this same passion for wrestling. Same thing. Why they put their bodies on the line like this?
Yeah, they love
it. They love it.
And why they keep coming back? It's like a drug. Yeah. So okay. Yeah.
I see that more like you're devoted to something, not love. Like even if you love, you're not gonna. Well, okay, no, I was gonna say that wrong.
You may see it like that, but they may see it like love.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things people love, but when you're devoted to something, I feel like that's deeper, right?
It is deeper.
It is deeper.
On a personal anecdote, so I write because I'm devoted to writing, right? Always have been. And for me, it's such that if I'm not writing, then my mental health starts to decline.
Really?
And Sean knows this. I'll start to actually get depressed. I'll get moody. I'll wake up just staring at a wall. I'll go into an existential spiral. I have to do it, right? And I love it, right? So and it's really always been that way. I have to be creating. Now, even like when I'm writing like our cyberpunk sessions, if I'm not like writing my own story at the exact same time in that moment, but I'm still creating. So it's my genre. So I still love it, right? That's actually why I cut our last session short because I was like, in my head, I was thinking, could I continue this session right now? Yes. Will it be up to the standard that I want it to be? No, because I don't have this stuff completely written out and I need more written first.
I have a question for you too, Mike Lee.
Yeah.
Is it that devotion, is it only to your own writing, or do you feel that way if somebody sends you something to rough draft and correct?
It's mostly, I'll say it's definitely my own. I'll go into work with 2 hours of sleep and they ask why I'll tell them because I was up writing. And my day job is I'm an editor. So I don't really get a break from it. I just keep going and going. Someone else sending me something, I do bring my passion to it. It also, I'm devoted to mine and I'm passionate for theirs. It does vary a bit depending on exactly what it is, though. One of the best written things that anyone has ever sent me was basically a dragon rider fantasy war story. And honestly, to this day, I want to see it on a shelf. I would go buy it immediately. I had almost no notes to make, no grammatical corrections to make, basically nothing. This was like cranked out by someone who was born a professional, it seemed. But for some reason, I just could not read it all the way through. And I think the reason was because I felt that I wasn't really needed. My input wasn't needed there. They already had what they needed, in my opinion. And I didn't know the person in person, right? I didn't have like a long-standing rapport with them. So I still gave them feedback, but I don't have anything to add. I should have given them more, but like I said, I had a problem finishing it.
And not to ask you more about this, but on a personal, because I can actually ask you this, because I was a part of this or whatever the wording is. My wording is not that good right now, but do you get more passion for other people's work, like myself, when you helped me with what I was writing? Somebody that's an amateur, do you get more passion for helping a person like that, or passionate more to a person you don't have to help so much? It's just a little bit of notes.
I would say in that case, it's not so much passion that changes as much as its closeness to the problem. If I don't really have a lot of notes and a lot to say, then I kind of sign off on it and I send you on your way with that one. If it's something where I can see what you're trying to accomplish and I can feel your passion in it, but I also see what your stumbling are, then I want to sit down and talk to you about it, because I'm not going to sit down and do it for you, but I want to share with you my thoughts on it and how to get past those stumbling blocks so you can make it the best story that it can possibly be. You can see your passion fulfilled, right? So I do really, really love doing that. Sometimes it takes me a bit to get around to it, just because, like I just said, I bounce between writing and then editing. So then slotting in more writing or editing afterwards gets a little hard. But yeah, actually, I recently, I can't say just, I think it was like 160,000 words or so, 160,000. He cut it down.
Shit.
But I went through friends. So they're actually the author, I'm the author, but the illustrator who did the cover for Sleep's World. He
just to give
go on.
No, I was just to give our audience a detail, whoever's watching this. 160,000 words, for an example, I've written 11,000 words, and that's 80 pages.
Oh.
Just to give you an idea what he just said. 160,000.
You wrote how many?
I did 11,000.
And that's 80
to 100. 80 to 100. Yeah.
Depending, it is it's a bit, yeah. It does depend on your typesetting, though.
I just looked.
80
21 font size
would be closer to like 45,000.
Am I saying it wrong? I might be wrong.
Double space.
11,000 double space words. It's close to like 20-ish pages, actually. If depending on formatting. But yeah, you're right. So 160,000 words, we're talking hundreds of pages. I was reading through it, and it was one of those things where I was like, okay, there's a tale of two stories, was what I basically told them was. It's a gothic horror novel. There's a bunch of setup, but the payoff was so late and the tonal shift was so abrupt, it felt like I read two different books. and so much of it needs to be cut. So sitting down and talking to him about it and making my recommendations on what elements of the story could be collapsed into each other and which ones could be cut. I literally took him out to lunch to talk to him about that,
Here's an educational question. As an editor, as you are, can you tell the people how long it takes you to edit something that long?
It really depends. I would say so there are different types of edits. If it is a developmental edit, then I could do it in a couple of weeks, like assuming my schedule is still full, like I go to work every day and I'm doing a lot of other things. If it's a line edit, you're looking at least a month, because now I'm nitpicking grammar or punctuation on every single line. But the last time I did that was 200,000 words. I was like, I'm not doing this again for a bit. Not without paying for it. And then I got a job.
200,000 words, Mike. 200,000 words.
I'm not gonna lie. I used for my editing job. I used that as an example. I was like, I know exactly what I'm doing. Can you pay me to do it for you? And they were like, oh yeah, sure. So
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, that was the last time I did a line by line edit. If there's something glaring, then I'll still note it. Or like if there's something that I notice is a continuous error, like for instance, quotations. If you get a dialogue and I notice you're putting the comma outside the quotation marks, the dialogue tag, I'm going to note it the first time you do it. And then after a while, I'm not going to correct it. I'm just going to tell you this is an error you keep making. Go through your manuscript and change that. Because that's a lot. Think about how much dialogue can be on a page.
This is how I know you're telling the truth, because for our audience watching, if y'all are watching right now, we'll go back and watch this. Mike told me, because he was confused about what I was trying to write, because I was writing the way I was writing the novel I was writing from my book. It was almost like it was structured like a play. There was too much character dialogue. Just to give an example for the people, there's too much character dialogue and too much talking. It wasn't enough writing of plot, background, situationship, if that makes sense. It's more just talking, like this person is saying this person's saying this person's saying this. And I had to learn that. And you taught me that. You were like,
right?
It was like a script. Like he was just like, hey, if you want this to be a novel, you got to write it more novelish, not
prose,
scripted.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, and those are two, they're two different things, and I've done both. I prefer doing novels. Scripts have their own very fun to me but interesting hurdles. But yeah, so gosh, I don't even know how did we get on this subject?
I don't know.
Tim, he go to acting like he
my bad.
Like he motherfucking.
He makes it. He's selfish. He makes it all about him. He makes it all about him. He's selfish. But mind you,
I'll be asking questions.
Mind you, Vibe, I did enjoy your story. I really enjoyed it. I will say that.
I'm gonna write on it more. I am. I really am gonna write on it.
Good. I was hoping that you would send me something back. So same with Mike's story. I can tell a lot of thought went into it. A lot of attention to detail.
Wait, Mike, you doing something?
Yeah.
You didn't let us know. Shame on you. Oh my goodness.
I wanted Mike's approval first before I shared it.
It doesn't matter.
No, but
you need my approval first.
No, I wanted Mike's approval before I share it, because I sent I pretty much I did Crimson Surge, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm doing his outside of Cyberpunk Red. It's set in my
okay. I got you.
In my own universe.
And you know what? From knowing you for these many years, I know how you get when you get into making characters. So I understand. I got you.
Yeah. So I sent him a Bible. I sent him my character Bible. Guess what, Mike? Am I lying? Am I lying about that?
No.
I sent
No, you're not wrong at all.
No, I sent him a Bible and the background. I sent him the story backgrounds and the characters and all of that stuff. Well, not too much of a character.
Oh, okay.
But just about Surge and May, the backstory. And
okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I haven't sent him the. No, Mike, did I send you the one about Athena yet? I don't think I.
Yes.
Did I sent you?
Yeah. Athena Rain.
Now the Athena one is fleshed out a little more because.
Because Athena Rain been around for a while.
Yeah, so Athena's fleshed out more. She part of the guild.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And that world, I feel like that world is pretty cool the way I got that world set up. So once Mike gets approved, once Mike looks at it and said, Mike, it's okay to share, then I'll share it with you.
Wait, you're thinking about transition Athena Rain to the cyberpunk world?
No. She's in a whole.
I was gonna say because Athena Rain, she's been around for a minute.
No, Athena won't work.
Okay. I was like, I don't see how you do this.
No.
But this is part of the dark side of anime. Michael Lee, if you don't mind telling people what you told me when we had our conversation when I was doing my novel, tell the people how much it costs just to draw pictures for your book. Not anime, y'all. The book itself. This fucked me up. Yeah, when we were having that conversation, I was like, I want to get drawings just for even the fucking.
You're looking at hundreds to thousands, and it depends on the level of detail.
Really?
Time
dude, frame. It's insane. It discouraged me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. I was just like, I can't afford that. I was like,
hey, just use your imagination.
He was like, if you can't draw yourself, well, I'll let you say it.
Yeah, it was that basically the conversation we had was he pitched a really good idea for a comic, but when it comes to that industry, it's different from writing in the sense that you don't pitch the idea to anyone. You have to do it yourself. You're not going to find people who are like, oh yeah, I'm going to dedicate the next 600 pictures I draw to bringing your vision that I had no input in to life, right? You have to either pay them a lot or you have workshopped this together. Even if you're going to like take it to Kickstarter, you still have to have a proof of concept. You have to show that you have artists on board. Yeah. They've done storyboarding, you have character concepts, story map, deadlines, that sort of thing. You literally have to make a full production team on your own without having ever been a member of a production team.
Yeah.
So it's I didn't. Hey, little man. I definitely didn't say it to discourage you.
Just being a realist, man. That's it. Just being a realist.
Modified.
Yeah, them numbers threw me off. He ain't do it on purpose either. It was just realization. It was like, if you want somebody to draw, say, 20 pictures, one picture costs like
hundreds.
It was
like three, I think 300-400, depending
300 to 400 a picture. Yeah. I was like, God. I was like, how much for just a page, the picture that's on the book?
I'm sorry. I just thought about it living color. Good Lord, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
He said just to draw the characters. Like if I wanted my characters on the introduction of my book, like the cover, would cost you like $400.
Unless you do it yourself. Nigga. Man, that's crazy, man.
That's probably on the cheap end too.
And the thing about it, they get paid like what you were saying, Mac. How like this certain anime or whatever is worth this many billions, but they only get paid millions. That is crazy, man.
We're giving people game. Like people don't understand it. I said the cover was $400.
Yeah, this is cover art.
That's just cheap cover art.
That's a bare minimum.
It can be, yeah. So for one of my upcoming releases, cyberpunk novels, I had the cover commissioned, and it was $400 that I paid for the cover.
Goodness.
For editing, that book is 100,000 words. Selena's World is, I think it's 70,000, and I paid close to 500 for editing on that, and that's after I myself edited it. I would have had to pay a formatter as well. Fortunately, I had a formatter or someone.
You said 70,000
word count. I believe Selena's World ended up at 70,000 word count. Well, that's actually the bare minimum.
Yeah, I think it's like low end.
Yeah, but we're talking about a book. I need people to understand something.
Bro, that's for no. That's the word count.
Word count.
That's the word count.
Okay.
I didn't know.
So they charge per like. Okay, so that's how y'all. I mean, that's how they charge it then, huh? Per word or what?
Per word. Yeah.
Man.
Per word. And I got to. There are certain parts of it that I was blessed to be able to not have to pay for, because I either knew someone who could do it or I did it myself. And some things like I could learn to do. But then even things like the ISBN that you see on the back of a book, I found this out last minute. So I didn't publish through Amazon. I published through my own imprint, my own publishing company.
Yeah.
And part of the reason I did that was if you publish through Amazon or any other distributor like that, they will give you an ISBN number. The problem with that is they own the ISBN. So when it comes to the rights of your book, in some regards, you actually share the rights with a company. So it limits you. It could potentially limit you on what you can do with it in the future. Now, I haven't heard a lot of horror stories where that actually came to fruition, but it is very much a
possibility.
Right. So, and you'll see places that'll be like, oh, we're selling ISBNs, and this is to anyone who's going to publish a book. There is only one entity in the United States that sells ISBNs legally, and it's Balkers. If you get it from anywhere else, if you purchase it from anywhere else, it's not legitimate. It's a fraudulent one. So don't do that.
Do your research.
And those cost a few $100, up to $1,000, depending on how many you're buying, because you can buy them in bulk. So there's and that's the thing with any creative venture or industry, rather. There's a lot of time, a lot of money, and a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, mainly tears, that goes into it. And the actual creator, they get the least amount back. Everyone else gets more, right? So with my own imprint, I have a lot more flexibility in how I sell and how I distribute. So I can get more back because I don't have to share every single thing with 5 other entities, but all the upfront costs fall on me. So there are certain pathways that, I get diminished returns, and others where I get significantly more. So,
and you do you print any other people? Like, can somebody else print something off of your publishing? If I'm saying that right?
Basically, could someone else publish through me?
Yeah.
That's what you're. Yes, technically they could. I'm not currently set up for that because now you're talking about royalty splits and drafting contracts, and I have an accountant, but I don't have anyone else who can do the rest of that stuff and make sure that that's all correct. It is something that I discuss with people as a future possibility, but in a creative vein where people are already struggling to make money. If I eat all the costs for publishing their book, then I have to recoup that somewhere, right? Which means I have to take a decent chunk of what they would be getting, which is already not a lot, and I wouldn't really want to do that. At that point, honestly, it makes more sense to just publish yourself, which is why you will see like a lot of, I can't say a lot, but if you see actually, oh my gosh, what is her name? Darcy Coates, who does horror books. If you look her up and you look at like Parasite by her, which is a sci-fi cosmic horror, when I looked at the publisher, it's her. She's on bookshelves. She set up her own company and had been publishing herself for years, and then a larger publisher picked her up, and I believe what they did was they purchased her catalog to reprint and republish under them.
So is that movie based off of her or that book?
No.
Okay.
No,
I know there's a TV. I don't know if it's a TV show. I haven't watched it, so I don't know if it's a TV show or whatever called Parasite. Same title, so that's what I was asking.
No, that's a common title.
That's crazy though. So how does that work? Like I mean, you made a book, or you say you publish a book with that same name. Like, you get like some kind of kickback off of that, or I mean, I know you said it's common, but does that come into play or no?
Only time that happens, I think, is with copyrights, though, right? It's like somebody patenting it.
Copyrights type thing, yeah. You have to trademark it, I guess.
Trademark, yeah.
Yeah, the thing is, you can't trademark or copyright specific words like that if they're a
common. Yeah, I'm gonna say, yeah. It has to be something kind of unique, but like something like that would be like you can't own because you could go for the trademark, but they'll probably reject you. Like, that's common.
Because it's, I got you. Yeah.
So like
I got you. So I can't really talk bad about freaking Game of Thrones no more then, huh? I mean, because like his books are like, hey, this is such and such of house of whatever, third king of whoever. Like that's crazy. Like, as far as the wording, because I guess I'm pretty sure those are like filler words, but also I guess you got to meet like a certain quota of how many words you put in the book. Like, man, that's.
Wait, are you referring to the?
I'm talking about the actual books, like, because I couldn't read them. I watched the show. I tried to read them, but it was like, this guy, house of whoever, and the way it went, I was like, you know what, this ain't for me, because they go into too much detail. I don't need whoever house this is. I don't need to know none of that. I just let me find out what y'all left out. That's all I wanted to know.
They left so much out.
And that's what I heard. I heard the books are a lot better. I think that's why I went to it. But yeah, them books are thick.
But when you listen to people, they always say the books are going to be better than the adaptation. But I don't have the imagination to make them better. That's why I stick to the movies. I'd rather watch it. I can't read action. In my head, action don't think the same.
And with that, Mac, like Solo Leveling, when it first came out, like I listened to, I ain't gonna say I read it. I listened to the audio version of Solo Leveling. So when his first companion, I can't remember his name, came out, in my mind, I was like, man, this is a big buff dude. And then I watched the anime. I was like, why is he so slender? And no, this is not what I pictured in my head. I was upset about that. But I I took myself out of it. I was like, okay, I understand why. But I get what you're saying about that. Cause I get what you're saying.
There are also different mediums have quirks, or I shouldn't say quirks, but things you can get away with. Like, for instance, one thing in Game of Thrones that he does fairly often is, when you think about it's medieval times, nobody has cameras. There's no such thing as social media. So nobody who hasn't seen Sansa Stark in person knows what she looks like.
Right.
So her and Arya and other characters, they'll just adopt different names and like dye their hair or something like that, or cut their hair and pretend to be someone else. And for the book, it never explicitly tells you when they're doing that. So you'll just get a new character like Vanda. I'm just making something up. Vanda, and you're thinking like, oh, okay, I've never met this handmaiden before. And after 20 chapters, you're like, I'm pretty sure that's Sansa, actually, because of certain things she said.
So basically, that's pretty much Arya Stark, because she was she was part of the Assassin Guild, like the many faces or whatever they were called. Because she kind of changed her. I know the show. She kind of changed her appearance or whatever.
Yeah, funnily, she actually, when she did that with Tywin, that was a show only scene.
Really?
That never happened in the book. She was not.
Really?
Yeah. And it's one of my favorite scenes too.
Yeah.
That didn't exist in the book.
I figured that was in the book and they just kind of left some stuff out. Really?
Oh, and actually what happened to Sansa with Ramsay Bolton, and this is one of the things they couldn't do in the show because it just wouldn't translate so well. It's very unfortunate. She had a friend who was never, I think you see her in season 1, but she's never named or called out. She's just kind of in the background, named Janie Poole. Well, Littlefinger actually masqueraded Janie Poole as Sansa. In the book, he didn't have Sansa. In the show, he did. And then he gave Janie Poole off to Ramsay Bolton. So all those horrible things happened to her as his friend because they lied about who she was. Unfortunately, Janie Poole is not getting a redemption arc or a vengeance arc like Sansa. It's just steadily more horrifying. So
so did the Red Wedding actually happen in the books or no?
It did, but it wasn't as bad, actually.
Really? See, that's what I was like. I was like, well, okay, so I need to read the books. That's honestly the real reason why I was trying to find that particular one, because the Red Wedding, that was awesome. So I figured it'd be more detailed in the books, but okay.
Actually, there's a survivor in the books. In the books, I can't remember Rob's wife's name, but she actually survives.
Really?
And she is still pregnant. So that means there's another Stark heir out there somewhere.
Oh, God.
She escapes alive. There are a lot more heirs who are still alive.
Yeah.
And there are more Targaryens in the books, too.
Really?
Okay. Rainbow colored hair. Claiming to be a Targaryen. And because Martin has to come out with a book in 15 years, literally, nobody knows if he's actually a Targaryen.
Yeah, because he had stopped, right? And the show was so popular, they just kept going without him pretty much, right?
Yeah, he's always been a slow writer. And now, I saw an interview, because that's a debacle into itself, because people, demanded and they were so rude about it. In a recent panel, someone literally stood up and they went, "Hey, George, you're going to die soon, right? So when's the next book coming out?" They said that to the man's face.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, it was really horrifying.
Damn.
Now, in an interview I read recently, a couple of months ago, he was talking to the interviewer, and he actually they were talking about Doom, which I'm still Sean. We gotta go see this.
Oh my god! All I know was some allspice, man. Some Tonys. Come on, me and Sean talked about that earlier today.
I'm so excited.
I am too. I can't wait. I can't wait.
But he was saying how
Sparkle, man. What?
May your blade shatter. He was saying how Frank Herbert wrote other books other than Dune, but Dune was so popular that they wanted him to keep writing Dune, and his publisher literally told him, "Hey, here's the deal. We can either give you oodles of money to write another Dune book because people want it and can sell it, or we can give you like 35 cents to write this book that you want to write. Which one is it?" So he went with Dune, which is why after a while people are like, yeah, the story can get kind of weird because he didn't want to keep writing it. And the interviewer asked George R.R. Martin, he was like, because he gave this anecdote almost out of nowhere, and the interviewer was like, "Do you feel that way?" And he gave a long pause, and he was like, "Yeah, in some regards, yeah, I do." He doesn't want to write that anymore.
You know what?
It's just what people expect.
That makes sense then, because like that's even when in the Hollywood, like some people are like, you know what, I don't want to be known just for this one particular character. Like my range is so much, but you only know me for this one. And I've said, even on the podcast, I've said, man, take that money, but sometimes it ain't just about the money. Like sometimes you want to I got you. Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, they be wanting to branch out and try things and challenge themselves.
I want to be known as more than just Iron Man or whoever else. You know, I want to be known as this. I do more. Captain America, I do more than just Cap. You know, I don't want to be just hated by Snap all the time. You know,
But what my thing with that is, though, especially if it's somebody who's been in the industry for a long time, even though you're known by that or whatever, and they know you've done other things, be humble and be like, you know what, at least I'm known for something. You got actors and artists out here who don't even get recognized or talked about. They be like, oh, yeah, I think you did something, and they can't put a name to nothing that you've done. But when you see him, oh, that was Captain America. Oh, that was Iron Man. Oh, that was Jackie Robinson. Oh, that was Black Panther. I'd rather be known as something than walk the streets and be like, oh, you were in movies?
What's the name of that movie? I know. What's the name of it? Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
Oh yeah, like, oh, you're in this movie, right? Like, no, that's the other black guy.
Yeah. That's the other black. Honestly, the what's his name? Yaya, I can't remember his last name. The dude who played Wonder Man. If I seen something about him, if you think about it, like all the movies he's been in, has man in a title. Yeah, that's crazy to think about.
Yeah. And definitely be humble and be grateful that you're known for anything.
Known for something.
Right. Now, on the same token, though, that is a very real frustration.
I understand. I understand now. You know,
there are things I did in jobs 10 years ago now that people still bring up and like, oh man, remember this, remember that, and I'm like, I've done a lot more since then, though. Like, I've really accomplished and gone through a lot more since then, and I'm really tired of hearing about that one time over a decade ago. So like, and that's just with a job that I didn't really care about. So when it comes to something that's your passion, like, yes, it's definitely a huge blessing to be known for it. But that doesn't negate that in your artist and creator's heart, you want people to also at least acknowledge the other stuff.
There you go. That's a key word, artist, right there. Yep. That's it right there. Being an artist, man. You don't want to, I got you.
Yeah. Like I had a friend who, and it's have a friend. It was nowhere near this egregious by any means. But he was talking about a book that I wrote 15 years ago now, actually. It was ass. That book was terrible.
Yeah.
It was absolute buns. I hid it on a USB flash drive, and that flash drive is in a box, and that box is in a box in my closet somewhere. Like it's terrible.
Damn.
He really liked it. He liked it a lot more than I did. But his, even after he was reading my current work, he brought that up, and he was like, "When are you going to go back and do that thing?" And I was like, "Never wear it, never teeth. I'm not revisiting it. I have no intentions of digging that skeleton out." And I was, and on one hand, like, I definitely felt really blessed that he remembered it and thought so highly of it that he wanted me to continue it after over a decade, right? On the other hand, a part of my mind was like, what I'm writing now is so much better and has so much more refinement. Like, that was when I was first learning to write still. Like, I'd been doing it for a while, but that was the first book I ever finished. The plot was a mess. The arcs were a mess. The prose was questionable. Like, I've written millions of words since then. Literally, I've taken all these courses. I've gone to mentorships. I've mentored others. I've done developmental edits. I've come much further along, So, can you just read this one instead?
But if you think about it, that's when it was at its purest form, though. You know what I'm saying? Like that's pure. That's you.
And see, another thing too, you discrediting is once you got a fan like that, that's the diehard. That's the fan you're gonna always have. They're gonna put up with the bullshit. That's the day one fan. That's like when we had that conversation about you didn't understand why, people have fans of teams, even though they have players leave, retire, whatever. Once they find that team, they stick with it. They put up with the bullshit, the good, the bad, the ugly,
Texas fan, baby.
Yeah, Cowboy fan.
Ooh, shit.
Yeah. 30 years, me and the Cowboys been in this 30-year relationship where it's tumultuous.
You mean hate relationship?
Love hate. It's a love hate.
It's a lot more hate than love.
Hey,
it's 80-20. It's 80-20. It's 80-20.
More than hate.
And yeah, you definitely are right. And what I ended up telling was I was like, that story was really more. It wasn't. I know, Snap, you're saying that it was pure, right? It wasn't my voice. It was me not understanding the difference between inspiration and editing. Did we lose someone? Did we? Okay. It was me trying to imitate things without understanding how they worked. Now, the parts of it that were me, and this is what I told them, was I took those parts out and I gave them new life in another work. And the stuff before, like, for instance, I actually, since we're talking about it, one of my influences for one of the stories I finished back then, which did work a lot better than the one he was talking about, was Cowboy Bebop. And something I loved about it was how it mixed up genres, right? And how it uses music and stuff, and it's to explain a lot of its characters and mood and everything. And that's something I tried to.
No, I was saying let's preach about that music, because that soundtrack is phenomenal.
Yoko Kanno can't miss.
That's not it, boy. Woo.
But here's the thing.
Conversation.
It is. But there's a fundamental misunderstanding that as a novice I had. Welcome back, Sean. And it was that I was using music, right? Books, you can't hear them. So trying to rely on something like that was not Also, I had not mastered the craft of blending genres. So instead, I was just violently flipping in between them, because Cowboy Bebop is episodic. So one episode is basically Alien. The next episode is Once Upon a Time in the West. You know, the next episode is Dracula. And it can do that because it's episodic. A book is not.
Right.
So I didn't understand that finer point. So what I wrote was some horrid amalgamation that just didn't really have its own identity in that sense. What it did have were characters that worked. The characters themselves, the plot that they lived in, the world that they lived in did not. So, but that's you write a million words backwards until you write one good one. It's just no. Ask any author, and they'll say the same thing. You write a million shitty words until you get one good one on the page, because you've got to learn how to do it incorrectly before you understand what is incorrect about it.
I got you.
That was cool, man. It's an interesting episode.
Oh yeah, we stopped talking about anime a while ago.
Yeah.
Oh, before we go from the anime, any overall, let's get one recommendation from everybody to give a chance.
Actually, honestly, well, before I say give a chance, like what we originally started talking about, so I watched Zom 101. Actually, that's kind of like what we've been talking about. I didn't really realize that until now. Like, because that actually talks about like the suicide and all this other stuff. Like, he has a bucket list going on. But yeah, the way he was getting treated at his job and everything was pretty much, so it's like lightheartedly, I'm gonna put this in an anime, but that's pretty much what was going on. Yep.
I mean, you kind of see that trend across mostly a lot of animes that they pretty much put their culture on screen.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
It's more acceptable, I guess you can say, right?
You put their culture on screen. How the work culture is, how they're still abiding by old traditions and not moving forward. How certain people are underpaid, and how the work life is, and even romance, and even life, and how folks just get sick of it all and they just say fuck it and end the life. It's harsh, but that's true. That's reality, and that's the truth. You know what I'm saying? It absolutely sucks. You know what I'm saying? That the creators and not just Japanese creators, that's responsibility for making anime, putting their blood, sweat, and tears and making anime mainstream, but everyone that's doing that, from animation, from anime, from manga, to writers, to authors, to everyone that's in that space that doesn't get their credit due, man. It absolutely just fucking sucks. And it doesn't happen that way,
Yeah.
But digress.
Yeah. The greed, man. It's all about that greed.
Yeah, but man, not seeing them get their due diligence, man, that hurts.
Yeah.
that hurts a lot. Especially when you know that for a fact that fans are supporting it.
Yeah.
And buying your merchandise and seeing all of this stuff and
shit, even having heated debates online of who can beat this person and all that stuff. Let you know people are passionate about that kind of stuff, man. Got all these debates. Oh man, Jin will beat such ass, and blah 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 blah. Goku will beat everybody and all that shit. There, that let you know people be really on it.
Yeah.
And
you want to support the creators directly, and when you hear these horror stories, some of us will be like, oh well, I'm not going to support Funimation, or I'm not going to support Shonen Jump. The problem is, they don't pay the price for us not supporting the creator. It's a paid price.
That's what I was getting at. Like, what do you do? Like, it's kind of like, unless
that creator goes independent, which from my understanding, it's
very
not
challenging.
It's challenging, and I don't think it's as acceptable in Japan. You do see it, right?
Yeah.
But not like in America, because again, they have a more collectivist society. But yeah, unless they go independent, you have to feed the beast because the beast feeds them. So, like, you know, if I'm published through HarperCollins and HarperCollins has some big debacle over something political or whatever, and you go, I'm not buying any HarperCollins books.
Yeah.
That includes me. Right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like, why is my paycheck gone?
You know what I don't do? Why? I mean, I know English should probably be a barrier for them, but I'm pretty sure if they get with the right people, they could probably kind of finesse their way in. But some of these great artists come over to America and start doing them here to get away from some of that.
Yeah, it's been a rise. Yeah.
It will, but I believe the main issue is the main challenge with that is that language barrier. And finding that right person that they can trust, that they can depend on, that they can work with to do that. So that's pretty much where that sits at. That's the main reason why, you know, it's easier for some to come here and start their lives, restart their lives, and start businesses and stuff.
Yeah.
But versus doing that in like anime and manga, that's a whole different ballgame. Because, go ahead, Mike.
Sorry, I'm sorry to interrupt. I'm going to disagree slightly.
Go for it.
I don't think it's the language barrier that's the primary reason. I think it's a cultural barrier.
Yeah, culture. Yeah.
Because something that we underestimate is, yes, like, you know, we're also used to watching anime and reading manga. We grew up with it, et cetera, et cetera. And we see all the cuteness and stuff. Japan is highly nationalistic. Like, they want this, actually the same way that we say, which I don't subscribe to this, but where people are like, I want American-made products made in America for Americans, so on and so forth. Actually, Japan does that same thing.
Yeah.
Like, they will not only, even if for people that don't do that, they'll still only be concerned with Japanese viewers. Like, even Akira Toriyama, Dragon Ball is known worldwide. The soundtrack in Broly, that Go Broly, Go Go, that was actually inspired by when they saw videos of in Brazil, I think, where people gathered to watch the new movies live and they were like cheering and stuff. That was paying homage to that. But famously, he said that he only created the series for Japanese kids and he had no concern with overseas stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah. So and when you think about the difference in our work culture, they have a very samurai style work culture, a very Wild West. Their animation studio, you sit down, you shut up, you put in earbuds, and you draw. You don't move, you don't breathe, you don't do anything. You die for one piece. Here, we get up and we talk to people, we wander around, you know, we shoot the shit, we go get coffee and stuff, maybe have a lunch break together. That's totally against their culture and their we don't function well in theirs, generally speaking, of course.
Yeah.
By default. Generally speaking, we don't function well in theirs because it feels very isolated and cold. And then they may not function well in ours because it's too noisy. There's too much going on. They can't focus.
Yeah.
But they sure will come down here and open up a motherfucking laundromat in a Chinese place. So I don't want to hear none of that shit. I wish.
If you think about it, though, if you think about it,
Japanese culture, not Chinese.
I know.
I was saying, because if you think about it, the Chinese culture, man, they open it up, but it's still for them. Like, you know what I'm saying?
No, because I'm gonna tell you why it ain't. Watch when the motherfuckers go on break and watch what they eat compared to what we eat. That shit don't look nothing like that. They eating pure white rice. They got some shit on there that look clean and pure. Cause we got a place here. Matter of fact, remember Mikado's, Mike?
Yeah.
You know they closed that down a long time ago,
I know,
right? Which was fucking a disgrace. So they put this other place up called Dim Ho something, and I call it Dim. That shit sucks because It's an authentic,
quotation marks,
authentic Chinese cuisine.
Mm-hmm.
And we went. I took the whole family. We went, and it was pure. It was the real shit. No grease, no salt, no added preservatives. It was pure Chinese food at its finest,
Mm-hmm.
and that shit was ass. I'm like, this don't taste right. This tastes extremely healthy. This shit tasted.
But here's the thing, and Tim, and Tim, Sarah said this when she went to Japan. She mentioned this to us when she went to Japan because his sister went to Japan about the food. She went to Japan, she ate the food, and she was like, it was like the best thing ever because they didn't have them extra preservatives and they didn't have everything was fresh and pure.
Right.
It's not just Japan, bro. It's every other. It's everywhere, but
literally everywhere else.
Yeah.
So everything here is tailored for our
taste.
Because Americans are so greedy, so we gotta pump it with preservatives and all these other chemicals to meet with the demand
and water stuff down. There's a Thai restaurant near one of the colleges here. I don't know if you ever went to it, Sean, but when I first went there, they were like, spice level, what do you take? And I was like, oh, give me medium. And I was panning like a damn dog. And I used to eat jalapenos out the jar. My spice tolerance is pretty high. Like I've eaten ghost pepper chicken with ghost pepper fries with a carbonated drink and been okay. That spice, their Thai medium, I was like, die, right?
Now, go ahead, Mike. Go ahead.
When I went back there the next year, it was so watered down. Even when I went, give me hot, I could not taste a lick of heat anywhere.
People gonna complain
because it was not palatable to their audience, so they had to no longer,
water it down.
Yeah, that's just like that time that I went to my first Indian restaurant.
Oh, well, Indian food is
and tried Indian food for the first time. And boy, that was my first time trying Indian food, and and the people that I was with, they recommended me stuff. They're like, try this. No, it wasn't that bad, Mac. Now, it wasn't that bad. It was just like my first time trying this shit, and my spice tolerance ain't that damn high. Because I was trying that shit, boy, and I'm at the table, and we all sitting down and talking. And everybody eating it like normal, and they was like, "So, Mike, what you think?" I got the damn napkin, like, I'm like, I'm good, I'm okay. No, I'm good, I'm okay. That shit was kung fu fighting. That shit was kung fu fighting. I was in there motherfucking sweating, but it's good though. Indian food is great, but
it's spicy.
Man, that spice.
Yeah.
That spice, boy, they don't be bullshitting on that shit at all. Like they don't play.
Even their curries like that too. Their curry's spicy too. If it's authentic curry, I should say.
And see, now I want to try an authentic Indian place that hasn't been that hasn't transitioned to doing American.
You ain't try that place down here on Bay Meadows when you stayed on Bay Meadows, Mike?
I actually never did. No.
Oh, that shit is authentic as fuck. You don't see nothing but this one. It's authentic when you only see Indians going. The people who are that culture.
The real Indians.
Yeah. That's just like Mexicans don't go to Taco Bell. You don't.
No, of course not.
Mexican at Taco Bell.
So, no, I never tried it, but see, here's the thing: I'd always associated Indian food with being spicier. but then like the places I tried, it was sweet. It was really cloyingly sweet.
Yeah,
Which I wonder if it was because they were Americanizing it, or just because it was just off because of what I ordered, or what.
Yeah,
so
that probably was Americanized.
No, it was probably Americanized.
Yeah,
because when I went, me and my team, me and one of my team members went to an Indian spot, and he's Indian, and he tried the food, and you know, I thought it was okay, but he was so damn pissed off and disappointed. He was like, I can't believe this. And I'm looking like, what's wrong? Like, it's okay, but
he knows it's not right.
Yeah.
He knows it, and it's cultural too.
Yeah. So he already knows.
Yeah. For those of y'all who know me, y'all know I'm married to an Indian. I have an Indian wife. Like,
that's been heavily Americanized.
Yeah, she's heavily Americanized. But so like her mom makes this peppers or whatever, like pepper sauce, and like it's a little bit, you know, the saying a little goes a long way. Well, that's how it is. Like just a little bit goes a long way. So like if you don't do it, like we used to mess with my cousin, like he would fall asleep because we would always go over there. It's like, I don't know, maybe the aura or the feng shui or whatever it is about my in-laws' house, like it's like relaxing. So he would go over there all the time and he would just pass out, go to sleep. And so what we would do is he would go to sleep and you know, sleep with his mouth open,
put it on his mouth.
Yeah, a little down, bow. That boy sweating and everything. So yeah, like their spice is on point, man. But
and it changes your taste palette for the better.
Yes.
I'm half married to an Italian. Well,
okay, so yeah,
Italian descendant, and don't bring Prego near me. Don't do it. She's always getting donkeys. She's always making her own sauce. I can't I can't go near anything in a jar.
Right.
Because I'm like, what the hell is this?
Right.
Why is it so sweet? Like, you know, which the thing is, our fruit is very sweet. So of course.
Yeah. I did that with my sister. She had made something, and she pulled out the damn the Alfredo sauce out the jar. And I about to slap that shit out of her head. I'm gonna slap her up. Still get that shit out of my damn kitchen.
Alfredo is so easy to make too.
Yeah,
out the jar is insulting.
Yeah, it is. I told her, I don't do that here.
I want to try authentic Chinese. I think I'll go to that place next time I'm in that area.
Have at it.
Really want to
have at it. That shit is ass. That's not for me.
I don't
want to be light and fluffy. I felt like I needed to eat McDonald's or Wendy's or something after I ate that. I'm like, I'm not fulfilled. And all of us was in there mad. Everybody around this bitch having a grand time. They smiling at the table. The niggas at the table, us, we all looking like, the fuck is this?
Mac, I can attest to that because like there's like this me and my coworker, we go out all different places. There's actually this authentic Asian place, the Asian store that like they gave us like a bunch of free stuff because we was in there. So here, try this. But all this stuff to my taste buds, it's like, man, this is so bland. Like because that's the way it's supposed to be. Like it's healthy for you, but in my mind, I was like, man, this is bland. Where's the salt? Where's the MSG? Let me go ahead and say it. Where's the MSG?
So you know what actually made me realize why, and it was years ago. I should have worn my Cowboy Bebop shirt today. But this is gonna sound weird. It's gonna sound like a weird segue. We're back to anime. That's right. But Jet in one of the specials, like behind the scenes things, not in an episode, but he was like talking about his philosophy with cooking, and he was like, you don't add a lot of sauce or anything to the meat, or else it makes the meat sad. It has its own natural flavor. This was when I was first learning to cook, and that's when it kind of clicked for me. I was like, yeah, that's right. Why do we just toss everything in the kitchen sink on every single meat and every single vegetable? They have their own natural flavor. Let them shine, right? So once I started like eating like red bean buns and stuff like that, I realized like red beans at first, it was a shock to my system because I never had it. I was like, this actually red beans are naturally sweet. Like when I pause and I like really taste it and I slow down, this is as sweet as it needs to be.
Yeah.
I can't imagine adding sugar to this. And then like some like other stuff started to taste too sweet to me and stuff. So it definitely is a palate shift.
Yeah.
But I had to be cognizant of it. So now there are certain things in certain places I can't eat because I'm like, I can taste every ounce of sugar you added. I can taste every bit of extra oil you added. I think you just clogged an artery.
No, Michael Lee, you're right. Because if you think about it, like true like chefs or whatever, like certain things bring out like the taste, like they heighten the sweetness of this and the bitterness of that and the tartness of this. It all combines to make a wonderful palate. But us Americans, like, nah, man, we need some Tonys, man.
But think about it from this perspective, because when we think about back then when we grew up, when we was younger, no matter what we ate back when we was younger, and you paid attention to it, we didn't really gain no weight. We wasn't really doing things like that. Like no matter what you ate back then when we grew up, when we was younger back in those 80s and back in the 80s and shit, it wasn't as bad as it is what they doing to the food
right now.
What it's doing now. Because when we was eating right now, it didn't matter what we ate. You know what I'm saying? We ate it, it was cool, and everything was fine. But now, all meat being cloned, shit being food being having extra preservatives add to it, and all of that.
You never even heard of.
Yeah, stuff that we never even heard of. And
what's crazy about this, Mike, is we go from the dark side of anime to food.
To the dark side of food.
I know.
To the dark side of food.
To the dark side of food.
Element of anime. Name an anime that doesn't have good food.
Oh man, Food Wars is an awesome anime. I recommend everybody watch it. There you go, Mac. Back to what you were talking about.
Yeah,
everybody watch Food Wars, baby.
Back to let's go ahead and wrap it up because it's getting to getting to it.
Oh.
So you was finna say, Matt, you was finna ask everybody to recommend one.
I put mine in the chat, but I said again, I've been trying to get y'all boys to watch this one for a minute. Snap gone.
I'm sure he'll come back.
He doesn't want to hear your recommendation. Clearly.
I recommend the Witch and the Beast. That's a great anime. That is an awesome anime, man. I recommend everybody watch. I put it in our group chat so y'all can see it. I've been saying this for about 6 months now, but I recommend.
What's it on?
It's on Crunchyroll.
Witch and the Beast.
Witch and the Beast. Hold on. Let me go ahead. Let me go ahead and stop bullshitting that. Because
that is a great. I've been waiting to talk about that with y'all forever, but I recommend that one.
Okay.
Witch and the Beast. It's on Crunchyroll.
Yeah, I see it.
Probably about 2 years.
Okay, added to the. Okay, just added it. Just added it. It's on the watch list. I'll start watching it after this episode.
Hey.
I'll start watching.
You love the Beast, bro. I know you like animes that curse and stuff. You love the Beast. She come out with the bullshit. She come out the gate with the bullshit. You can be like, oh yeah, this is it.
Witch and the Beast. Okay. All right. So what you got? What you got? No, Vibe. Let's go with you. What you got?
Yeah, you've been quiet as hell for that
man. Who could have hit him?
You've been quiet for a hot minute.
Well, yeah, I've been smoking this hookah and drinking a little bit. So.
Oh, okay. All right. So what you got? Hold on. Pick something outside of solo level, and let me put that recommendation right now. Outside of solo level, because we already know you love solo leveling and everybody else loves solo leveling. Hey, I know you wanted Mike to check it out, so Mike already will have it on his recommendation list. So
I've really I've really been loving that anime called shit. If I wasn't on the spot, I'd probably know it. Marriage
Toxin.
Marriage Toxin.
Yeah.
I'm gonna add that now.
Marriage
Toxin. It's really good.
I need to check that out.
Yeah, Marriage Toxin is funny as fuck. It's awesome.
It actually is really good. Like I want Mac to like it the most because I know how he feels about certain animes, but this one
going to be hard.
it has enough action. He can look past the bullshit.
That's going to be up to him. That's going to be up to him. Because if he couldn't get through Tsukamichi Moonlit Fantasy, if he couldn't get through that, and all of us loved that show.
That was tough.
Except him, man. He felt like he's the only one that felt that show was absolute ass.
I didn't think it was ass. It just was slow, and I didn't like none of the characters. I did not like none of the characters. I thought at least because, like, most animes they have a cool side character or some kind of like an anti-hero on there you kind of want to gravitate to. I didn't have that with that. At least I didn't get far enough to find one. I made it to 7 episodes, and I had stopped.
So Marriage Toxin is Vibe's recommendation. So what about you? Let's go with Mike now. Let's go with Mike with his host. Go ahead, Mike. What you recommend?
So since this episode was the dark side of anime, I'm gonna recommend something darker.
Go for it.
Perfect Blue. It's a
ooh.
If you've seen, then you know. And it's actually such a cinematic masterpiece that if you've ever seen or heard of Requiem for a Dream, it directly referenced one of the iconic scenes in Perfect Blue. Don't watch it around anyone who's not an adult, because
I will say that. Now I will honestly say that they will all enjoy that, especially Mac and Snap. They will definitely enjoy that because they like horror shit. It's a lot.
Perfect Blue is.
It's a lot of horrific shit happening in that show. A lot.
Well, I want to say I've seen that.
It's an older show, but boy, woo.
Okay, it's not on Crunchyroll.
No, it ain't on Crunchyroll. It used to be on Funimation, but
it might not even be allowed to be on Crunchyroll because of one of the scenes.
No, I can't say that, Mike, because they got an anime called Harem in Another World that got a lot of fucking in it. So, It's on. It could be on Crunchyroll right now.
Wasn't the person in Perfect Blue was some kind of musician, wasn't it?
Yeah, she's a singer. Yep.
Yeah.
It was. Did they have an anime?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I seen the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a movie. There's no anime.
Movie.
Oh, okay. I know what this is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. If you haven't seen it, definitely give it a watch.
I'm gonna have to give it a watch.
Fantastic movie.
Okay.
Woo.
If I remember right, yes, this was good.
Now, if you have seen it, then my backup is Paprika, which is directed
I don't
by
know
the
what
same
that
person.
He said, "I don't know what that is."
Seasoning.
Why did that sound so familiar?
It's directed by the same person, Satoshi Kon.
On Paprika, I know is the seasoning, and my girl off of
Oh no, that's what I thought about. I got PTSD.
my girl off of the fighting game.
Them fighting herds.
Them fighting herds.
Man, screw Paprika, man. Man.
One of the best charged characters all time, baby.
What?
Let's
I got a troll dark anime. We should all watch. I'm fooling around. The Water Magician.
Oh Lord.
Water magician? I haven't heard of that.
The one what they showed you with the funny talking drag to them, a funny talking ass dragon.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Okay,
so I got one. I actually got. If you want to do darker anime, I mean, Mike can or Mike Lewis can take.
No, don't you dare recommend
redo Healer, man.
Don't you dare recommend redo Healer. Don't you dare recommend.
You already do. Hey, if we're talking dark anime,
I gotta go back and rewatch that.
You know. So, but there's one I can say that I do.
Risk, Mike.
Yeah, I. Okay, how about I'm gonna say Hell Mode, the hardcore gamer. That to me, it can't get enough love, man. I honestly, I love that anime. It's pretty cool.
Okay.
Hell Mode, the hardcore gamer dominates in another world with garbage balancing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome.
That title alone would have made me say no.
No, Mac, it's awesome.
It's real good, Mac. It's very good.
Wait a minute, hold on. For Crunchyroll acting a fool.
It ain't on Crunchyroll.
It's on High Dive, right?
It's on High Dive. It's on High Dive.
I don't have High Dive, so I don't have that no more.
Yeah,
I have to re-get that again.
Well, I don't watch no High Dive either, Mac. I sell the 7 Seas to watch.
Oh, this is the One Piece is real. This is new. This is fresh out the press.
Just by the way, Chris, just in case you didn't know, they did second season is in production.
Is okay because where it ended, I was like, okay, because I was curious because, like I said, I had read the I listened to the manga because I drive a lot, so just listening to it helps me out. But I want to see I was curious where they're going to end off at. So
go ahead, Mike.
I was just gonna ask: is this animated by the same studio that did Sword Art Online? It kind of looks like it. I'm curious. I'm gonna look and see.
I wouldn't be surprised if they did.
Redo what is Redo Healer on?
That's on High Dive too.
Watch it.
That's on High Dive too, man.
It can't be that bad.
It ain't that bad, man. It ain't that bad.
I watch Tubi movies, so it can't be that bad.
No, it's not bad. It's not bad as in a sense of like horrible. It's just like the stuff that happens. Like
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's what's happening.
Yeah, it's what transpired from.
It's what transpired, especially in episode 1.
What
The first episode went from sugar to shit real quick.
I think episode 1 of Shield Hero season 1 turned up times 10.
Oh, nice.
I won't even say turned up times 10. You being nice. You being nice. Man.
I really want to watch
that shit. Now. That shit was turned up to 50 at least.
Okay, yeah.
That shit was turned up to 50. You was being nice.
Yeah.
That shit was worse.
Okay. Right, didn't someone say something about the Witch and the Beast?
Yeah, Mac or Sean did. Yeah, Witch and the Beast. Yeah,
the same animation company did Witch and the Beast. The one that did Hell Mode, the hardcore gamer dominates another world with garbage balancing, also did.
Yeah. Okay. Really? Okay.
Yeah. All right. So I'll do 2. I'll do one that's semi-action and dark, and I'll do one that's pretty fun and cozy to balance those out. I'll balance those.
I got an honorable mention too after you do that. Then
so I will recommend my first one. My first kind of like dark with a combination of dark and action. Reincarnated as a sword. I'll give that recommendation.
Awesome.
Reincarnated as a sword. Yes. I highly recommend that. Season 2 should be dropping in October.
Can't come quick enough.
But Reincarnation as a sword is a pretty solid watch, in my opinion. Yeah, it's on High Dive.
Yeah, it was on. I think I seen it on Hulu.
Yeah, it could be on. It's on Hulu.
Probably on Hulu. Yeah.
It's on Hulu.
I know some of that High Dive stuff be on Hulu. Okay.
Yeah. So Reincarnation as a sword is a solid watch, in my opinion. And what caught me off guard is the fact that he got reincarnated as a fucking sword. So that was the thing.
Yeah, y'all know how I feel about Isekai.
I enjoyed
it. You said what, Mike?
Probably caught him off guard too.
Yeah, it did.
It did because he thought like, wait a minute, what? I'm a sword? Like, what?
I'm not a sentient breathing being.
Yeah, he was like, I'm a sword, but he was smart about it when he was a sword. So he was pretty smart about it. So the way he went about it, I'm gonna do 2 action dark ones, and I'm gonna do 1 cozy. The next one is the level 999.
Yes.
Yes.
Gotcha one.
Mm-hmm. That's on High Dive. I know that one on High Dive.
That was to me, that's the perfect revenge story, in my opinion.
Yeah.
That's the absolute perfect revenge story. I love that show, and they also announced 2nd season of that too. So
really? Okay.
That's working.
I want him to finish his story. Yeah.
Damn right, I want him to finish his story because I want him to fuck all of them off. They deserve it. They deserve it. They trained on him, left that nigga for dead, and then didn't realize his ability was going to be super strong, and then that nigga ability turns out to be super duper strong. He just needs to be in a highly condensed mana area to use it. So, and then he took the thing that he did where most MCs, how they written that MC was, he's very cerebral and calculated. You know what I'm saying? He was real smart about his decisions. I felt like the main character of that show should have been black. I'm going to just flat out say it. Should have been black. They should have had that as a black kid. I'm just saying. Because now he thought, Chris, am I lying?
No, you ain't lying. That's the truth.
Because the way he did everything after that happened, the way he moved, he moved. It was great. So I definitely recommend the 999 gotcha ability. And my cozy one, of course, farming life in another world. That's my cozy show.
Man, they should do
farming life in another world. And they just dropped the 2nd season for it. And it's a fun watch. Dude end up, he's the only the one funny thing about it is he's the only male in the village starting off. So he's pretty much around a shit ton of women. And believe it or not, later on down the line, he ends up having at least 1 wife from each race and a kid from 1 wife from each of those races.
Oh, so he was farming cooter.
About the slanging meat, boy. About the slanging.
So I reckon farming life in another world.
Too as well.
Yeah, that's all I died. But I love that. I definitely love that. So definitely recommend that.
So I real quick, I'll give a Crunchyroll recommendation. I'm gonna say Roll Over and Die. I thought that was awesome.
Okay.
And oldie but goodie, I'm gonna say on Netflix. What is it? Way of the House Husband.
Oh,
that's a comedy. That man, I can't talk about that one enough, man. That is awesome.
Yeah.
Assassin turned house husband, man.
That's hilarious. I agree.
Yeah.
That sounds like some bullshit.
Hell,
man. It is awesome, Mac.
It's awesome, Mac. You'll like it, Mac. You'll like it. You'll definitely like it. That shit is hilarious.
Of course, the classic. If you want to be scarred for life, they should come out with a School Days season 2.
Oh, don't say that.
There you
don't
go.
Say that. Don't say that, Mac. Don't say Dynamite does not.
He trolling. That's exactly what he's doing. He's trolling.
Oh, I still remember that.
Awesome. It was awesome.
Did you watch it?
We're not talking about the movie, y'all. We're talking about the anime.
No, wait a minute. Did you watch? No, don't be trying to weasel your ass.
I didn't watch it. No, I didn't. After you told me about it, I was like, yeah.
No, I ain't talking to you.
Oh, it's Dynamite's fault. He told me to watch it. It was great.
Lies. No, I didn't.
I cried a little bit.
Told you to stay away from the shit.
Which means watch it.
told Snap to stay away from the shit.
I stayed away from it. I did.
Oh shit! School Day season 2.
You actually watched it?
Yeah, I
See
watched
me looking at you like I'm looking at you on the other side. Did you actually watch it?
He said he watched it.
Yes.
Why?
We need season 2. We need season 2.
How are we going to get a season 2?
How's there season 2? Like what? A revenge story?
The new cast. The new.
That's exactly how it's
The
going to
new
be.
school, huh?
Because if we get a season, how are we going to get a season 2 when that chick sailed off into the sunset, holding the main character's hand, saying, "I will love you forever."
The new class. That's what season 2. The new class.
This is
School Days. If you want to ruin your day, School Days. You gotta watch it.
School Days is on the part of Redo Healer.
Bro, Mac, I was gonna play-by-play from Dynamite. It was awesome. And in the end, he's like, "Man, don't watch it." Yeah. He said, "Don't watch it."
And the reason why, because the show started out so cozy and like it was going to be a cool romance thing.
Yeah,
it was lovely. It was lovely.
And then as soon as it got to episode 6, shit, it went from sugar to shit real quick. Real quick. So I'm like, wait a minute. Hold on.
Here's the stuff I'm trying to watch.
All jokes aside, that's probably the darkest anime I've ever watched in my life. I was like, oh my God.
Well, when is that on?
That's the anime.
It's not on nothing. Is it on Crunchyroll?
It's on Crunchyroll. Unless
no way it's on Crunchyroll. There's no way it's on Crunchyroll.
Unless they took it off. Unless they
I'm
took
on
it
Hulu
off.
now trying to find some of the stuff y'all talk about.
School Days. I just want to hear Mac be scarred.
Yes, it is.
It's still on Crunchyroll?
Oh, it's still on Crunchyroll.
It's still
on Crunchyroll.
Let me go add that in because I can add that.
Yeah, watch that.
You might as well say that. You might as well just say that was the Japanese version of the thin line between love and hate. That's exactly what it was.
That anime will bring you and Shakara closer together.
Lies. And Mike can just sit up here with the calm face. Mike, I'm telling you, School Days scarred the fuck out of me. It scarred me.
So which one was worse, School Days or Redo Healer?
Both.
I gotta watch Redo Healer because the way y'all talking about it.
Redo Healer? Oh my goodness!
I feel like I've seen it, but I gotta go rewatch it.
Oh, if you see it, you will know. Hey, you ain't seen it because you would know. You would know what me and Dynamite talking about.
Like, man, please. School Days scarred the fuck out of me. That's the main reason.
I can attest.
That's the main reason I was skeptical of that. School Days is the main reason why I follow the 3-episode rule now.
Yeah. I can attest. I
follow 3-episode rule now. That's how it scarred me, bro.
Man, I was like, oh man, let me tell you.
Have everybody watching School Days. They will be commenting back like, why y'all suggest that shit?
Oh man,
I added it, and I gotta find Redo Field.
Man,
I really want to watch both of them now.
Holy shit! I watched that shit with full confidence. I was sad afterwards.
He said I was sad.
You're not gonna like the beginning, Matt, because it is a slow beginning.
It's a slow burn. It's a slow burn, but goddamn!
But when they get to episode 6, once it get to episode 6, that's when.
School Days.
That's when shit started hitting the fan.
Yeah, Redo Healer is episode 1.
Exactly.
Redo Healer is episode 1.
I gotta get that high dive back on thing again because
I think Mike
has it.
Meg, I can send you my idea and stuff, and you'll be able to use it.
I had it, and I hadn't.
Allegedly,
when it updates. It
resets everything.
It reset the password, so it got booted out.
Look, make sure TT ain't nowhere near that shit when you watch it. Because she can know what the fuck.
Well, no, TT can actually watch School Days. She just going to be fucking scarred.
No, I'm talking about Redo Healer. I'm talking about Redo.
Oh,
yeah,
no,
nah.
don't, no, hell no, no.
Yes.
No,
Hell no.
TT,
Hell
Shakara, do not have nobody watch Redo Healer with you.
How far did you
Shakara
make
might-
it through that?
Who, Redo
Oh, I
Healer?
finished it.
We finished it.
We finished it. It was awesome. I thought it was awesome. I thought it was awesome. I thought it was awesome.
We finished it. You know what I'm saying? I was happy that he started fucking everybody's off. That's when it started getting good. But that beginning, nigga, that shit was rough. He got touched in the beginning. He got Timmy touched in the beginning.
Like Goblin Slayer.
Bad touch, yeah.
He got Uncle Bad touched in the beginning by two or three motherfuckers.
Oh,
Mac, it's kind of like how let's say if there was really like class-based stuff and you was really a strategist, how you would get treated.
Yeah.
Think a strategist in the world of The Boys.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's how he got treated.
No.
Yeah, like Huey. Yeah, like Huey.
Yeah, that's how he would get treated. Yeah, that's how he got treated.
Is it worse than the beginning of Goblin Slayer? God damn.
Yes.
God damn.
Yes.
Oh yeah, it's worse than that, bro. It's
worse.
Yes. Goblin Slayer ain't got nothing on Redo Healers.
What?
I may have to go rewatch it.
The way they started off in Redo Healers, no, bro. That shit don't hold a candle to Goblin Slayer.
Yep.
We are just giving people poison right now. They're like, we downloading all this shit.
Go ahead. At your own risk.
At your own risk.
We told you so. But Redo Healer is awesome. I thought it was awesome. Y'all may think I have a dark mind, but hey, it was awesome.
It got better as it got on because he started getting his revenge.
Yeah.
But
that's revenge at his best.
We're gonna come and talk about this later because if it's that bad.
Yeah, once y'all watch it, we'll talk about it. I'm pretty sure Dynamite would love to talk. Well, Dynamite may not love to talk about it.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
It is awesome, man. I'm like, it'd be cool if y'all watched it though.
Yeah, the first episode is gonna throw you off. The first episode is gonna fuck y'all off completely. Matt might be okay because Matt watch crazy shit. Anyway.
I'm sorry, I have to interrupt. So when you say fuck someone off, so in my mind, that means you're like jerking them off. So I've been really confused this whole time. I've never heard fuck someone off as meaning anything other than a sexual favor.
Okay, let's okay. So the healer, he gets kind of like, how can I say this? He didn't give his consent.
And he got molested.
By a dude. And a woman. Yes.
And another dude.
And another dude. He got, you know what? He
got a train ran on him.
Oh, so he got a
party.
He got a train ran on him, pretty much.
He was Justin Bieber.
He was a cute little nigga.
He was Justin Bieber.
Look at Mike.
He was Justin Bieber.
Yeah, we might need to go ahead and wrap up now.
He got J.B.'s, man. He was Justin Bieber, bro. Yes, he was.
Let's go ahead and wrap up.
But he got his revenge back. Go ahead and wrap it up. I'm sorry.
Let's go ahead and wrap it up. Yeah, he got Diddy without the oil.
What? Without the oil?
Oh.
Yeah, he couldn't say no. It was like, you ain't got no choice. You ain't got no choice.
No, so he got raped like
Mike is giving the same expressions that I be giving.
You ain't got no choice.
So they kind of like our old boy from Castlevania season 3, where he kept getting raped by them two vampires.
Vampires. No choice. No choice.
Yeah, no choice.
You take it. How Jakes would say, take it. Take it.
Love it. Like
no, not my man.
Yeah.
I gotta go watch this shit today.
I'll tell you, bro. Man, look, his revenge is awesome though. I do wish there was a season 2 of that.
Mike, did you get any of our recommendations written down?
He got question marks by some of them, asterisks.
You said what, Mike?
I'm gonna go watch SpongeBob after listening.
Hey, but SpongeBob got its kind of innuendo adult themes too, though. So.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to go ahead and wrap up for the night. We hope that everyone enjoyed the stream. We know
Dark Side of Anime.
We pretty much got off topic a little bit. Well, I ain't gonna say a little bit, a lot of bit.
We brought it back. We brought it back.
We brought it back.
A few times.
We brought it back, but anyway, hopefully
This is the dark side of anime.
Yeah, a dark side of anime, dark side of cooking.
The dark side of writing, the dark side of everything.
This was just a dark side episode in general. So once again, hopefully you all enjoyed it. In the upper right hand corner, scan the QR code, follow us on all platforms at the G.B.T.C podcast. We're on the road to 1,000. Leave your comments, like, share, subscribe, all of that jazz. If you got some topics that you want us to talk about, let us know, man, so we could go ahead and bring it up in the topic of the episode. Once again,
tune in Monday.
Oh yeah. There's
gonna be a little bit of changes. Tune in Monday.
So tune in Monday for Cyberpunk, and on Sunday we're not going to be live on Sunday, so we're going to try to do the podcast live tomorrow night because got some stuff to take care of on Sunday. But life. Let's just say that life happens. So. What I'm saying? We'll be back here live with back to our regular scheduled program with our regular podcast episode. And on Monday, you would catch our lovely GM below down there guiding us through another crazy night of Life City. I said Life
Shout
City.
out to Mike Lee.
Nice City.
I said Life.
Keeping Mike Lee on his toes. We are doing that.
And tune in for he known in these streets, McCain, Cordy King.
Oh man.
Here we go. We couldn't go off air again. But once again, special shout out to Michael Lee for coming out.
Thank you, Mike.
Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you coming out for sharing the dark side of anime, writing, and everything. But man, we're about to get ready to
close out. Mike Lee, you anything you want to plug? Or?
Yeah, man, go ahead. Plug stuff, bro.
Plug away, bro. Be selfish.
As I said before, the Salinas World is available. You can buy it physically.
I don't have it yet.
Digitally. Oh, well, you know what? That's perfect. You can go to Amazon or your favorite brick and mortar store and purchase a copy. Like that one right there. Thank you, Sal.
We gotta make you a banner. We gotta make a banner of that shit. Like we can click on it because I need to buy one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that would be very cool. Yeah, but if you like.
We could definitely do that for at the end of Cyberpunk Monday. We'll definitely do that. Mike, give me your information and I'll go ahead and put it in the banner so we can go ahead and pop it up on screen real quick so everybody can get it.
We all got school days. All right. Yeah, Mike, you can take us out.
Hey, look at that.
And it's so real too, because I'm like, anyway, we're rolling out, everybody. G.B.T.C podcast out. Take care of your minds and hearts. Have a great weekend.